All right, all these shits is recording. Normally, like even with this shit, I don't. That's sick. Like with my other guests, because like other people will be saying, yeah, like they get like a little bit nervous too, and like for me, it's weird.
Yeah.
Not how can I say, like I don't want to say like when I tell other people like, oh, don't be nervous. I can't say that because like it's my, I do this like kind of
Yeah, it's
more often than other people, so it's like for me, it's not it's not like a massive deal, but like nobody has cameras and microphones on them all the time, so it's very weird for some people. So I can empathize with that shit.
Imagine having a camera in your life 24/7 though. Like everything you do,
Truman Show,
everything you do, camera on you. That's how celebrities feel.
Bro, that's got to be like miserable. That's why I've always thought, I'm like, I don't know what way, the trajectory of my life is going to be. By the way, you do want to be a little bit closer. If you have the mic close, if you want to sit that far, that's fine. Oh yeah, just move the mic closer to you then at that point.
Move it
Over. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can put it right fucking in front of you.
sweet. I like it in front of me.
You know what I'm saying? And this thing kind of rotates, so you can kind of like.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's sweet.
But yeah, no. So it's like strange because, yeah, like nobody has cameras and microphones on them all the time.
Yeah.
And so I always thought, like, I don't know what trajectory my life is going to take, but I did always kind of wish that I don't get like too famous, because I've seen people literally eat dinner and like people are asking for selfies.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, I'm trying to eat my fucking linguine. Get the fuck out of here.
What I'm saying, but nobody sympathizes. It's like, they don't care what you look like at the moment. Right? They don't care if your face is sloppy from eating dinner. They want a picture and they want it then.
They want it now. Where they're like, well, nice to meet. And then they say, oh, I met this person. It's like, no.
You saw me eating dinner and my face was a little, yeah. You forced a photo.
Yeah, OD,
Forced it.
Like, motherfucking, like, you did not. And I cringe. I fucking cringe when people say, oh, I met this person. It's like, you did not meet them.
You didn't meet anything.
You meet them when, like, you have dinner at their house and, like,
or you meet them when you have, like a consensual conversation.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like, oh, like, a conversation like, oh, like, like, what's one piece of advice you would give to someone who isn't as big as you?
Because, like, meeting somebody, yeah, getting to know them and shit like that. But, like,
or, like, a handshake.
Here's a fucking selfie. All right, bye. I miss them. Oh, my God.
You post on social media. Yeah, guess who I just met today? No, I mean, guess who you've seen today?
Yes.
Guess who you willingly took a picture with today?
Yeah. It's like, come on, dude. Like, you did not meet them, dude.
Yeah, meet nobody.
But,
I really feel bad for celebrities. Like, they must go through it. Like, if you think about it, right? Let's say you blow up tomorrow. You're gonna have to, like, I think your emotions are gonna, like, right now, like, people who are not that, like, popping yet are gonna be like, oh, I'll be fine with it. It'll be nothing.
Of course.
But then when you blow up and you got it, and you got a camera in your face when you're walking down the street to get some food, you're gonna be pissed. It's like, and nobody cares. I never understood the concept of paparazzi. Why?
It's fucked, bro.
Why are you taking off-guard pictures of me 24/7? Like, you're just snapping as I walk. Isn't one picture fine? Why are you taking 50? Take a video at that point.
Remember that like viral clip of like Kanye in his garage? Oh, paparazzi was like in the bushes or some shit like that.
Oh no,
it was. I'll have to like find it, but it was just some clip that like went viral, and then Kanye, I think if I'm remembering correctly, Kanye basically told them to like go fuck themselves.
Yeah, Kanye has the worst experience with paparazzi. Like, he's always wearing something crazy. Like, I saw one time he had just announced his clothing thing, and he was wearing like a entire, like,
yeah,
you wouldn't even see his face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he had the mask
thing on. I'm like, dude.
I got a buddy of mine. He did the more recent episode. He makes masks like that, and he talks about how he got like inspired by Kanye.
Lord.
And like they're fire. But I had to tell him, I'm like, look, bro, like I love you and I support you and all that stuff, but I'm not gonna buy one of your masks just because like I can't rock it like that. Like,
yeah. how do you rock
Ye
a mask that
you know?
takes away your face?
Yeah, it was like, dude, what the fuck?
Like, who are you? How do I know who you are?
But I guess it makes sense if you got the paparazzi on you all the time.
Well, then somebody like Kanye wouldn't work for them because they know who he is. They know he made it. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's Kanye.
I guess that's true. Like, who's under the fucking mask?
Another person that has like terrible experience with paparazzi is Justin Bieber.
That's gotta be brutal.
He's like always like pissed, and he never like gets like angry or recursive. He always sympathizes. Like, do you guys understand what it feels like? Like, I'm just having dinner. Like, there's that one clip of him, and he's just telling them like, I'm just having dinner. Like, and they're asking him questions, and he's talking. And he like, do you not hear me talking? Like, do you not understand what I'm saying? It's like, I don't understand why paparazzi do it.
And it's strange because like I've always thought about because like the amount of famous people that's out there is like kind of insane. Like people don't realize how close they are to famous people. Like sometimes they're like your fucking next door neighbor. You never know it because
Yeah,
they're trying to be low key or whatever. Like a lot of people don't realize like I think it was like Rihanna or Beyonce like lives in Greenwich. You know, like they live like right fucking here.
it's definitely
You know what I'm
possibly Rihanna.
You know, I don't. It was. Don't quote me on it, but it. And that's probably not the only one. Probably like a bunch of because Greenwich is fucking. You know,
Yeah.
they got bred there. So like, point is you have these famous people or whatever. There's just so many famous people that like you kind of lose track of it. They could be anywhere. So my thought was always like, what happens if I come across somebody who I actually like admire as a celebrity or whatever? Because there are like rock stars and shit like
Yeah.
that I've always been inspired by and whatnot. And I'm like, am I the asshole that like bothers them again for that day or like?
To
But
be honest, you'll never ever like because of the way people are nowadays, you'll never be able to meet like your like I don't even know, like your role model or somebody you really like. Because like so many other people just annoy them and piss them off so much that they just perceive you as like another one of them.
yeah,
So you're gonna walk up to them and ask them like, "Oh, hey, can I get a photo?" Like I really appreciate they hear it 24/7, so they never know if it's genuine or not. You know, so like a lot of people miss opportunities because other people blow it, aka paparazzi.
yeah. And that's exactly kind of well, not exactly that, but it's part of the conflict of that is kind of like damn, like because what happens if I see somebody like because my first instinct is I want to go fucking say hi to them, like
Yeah,
that's why like I'm not saying people are assholes. The paparazzi is different. I'm talking about like just regular folk that are like, oh my god, like that's fucking, that's my person or whatever. I don't know, but like I was always like, damn, like what happens if like if for example, this one would be crazy, but like
yeah.
if I saw Lionel Messi, like I feel like I'd have to fucking say hi. It's Messi. You know what I'm saying? Like Messi is I'm Argentinian, like
Yeah.
I cried when he won the World Cup, like
Yes.
it's shit like that. Or if it was like a white girl with Taylor Swift, like you just gotta go say hi.
I had an experience with Taylor Swift one time.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, it's like people believe it, people don't believe it, but I can swear.
Did you meet her?
I didn't meet her. I didn't meet her. I went to Rhode Island for the first time with my girlfriend,
Okay.
and we were walking on the beach or whatever, and she's like, "Yo, that's Taylor Swift's mansion," and I'm like, "Hey, Tay Swift, like the real Taylor
T
Swift."
Swizzle.
Yeah, and she's like, "No, seriously, that's her mansion," and I didn't believe it, so I go on Google, I search it up, and it was literally her mansion.
That's the one.
But it's like, it seemed like she was there at the mansion at the time because there was so much like going on there. I don't know if people just can rent her mansion or something. I highly doubt that she's famous, but so many cars and like there was a limo there. It's like mad shit there. So I thought like, whoa, she's there.
Damn.
I can't say I met her,
Right.
but I can say I saw something.
Yeah. Like you kind of feel like you're within the bubble of.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like in her castle.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in her environment. Like I didn't meet her.
It's such a weird fucking like I've never been that close. I'll put it this way, like the reason why the whole Greenwich thing stuck with me was because I heard like years ago about that like, and so now every time I drive through Greenwich, I feel that sort of I think it's something like of what you're talking about where like you feel like you're in their bubble.
Yeah.
And it just I don't know how to describe it other than that because it's that I don't know, and it's just strange. It's like damn, like where is their world out?
It's really like it's like one of those things where it's like, damn, this is really where this person's from. Like this person's here.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm here right now. Like I can't believe that. Like that's only something you see in movies.
Yeah, it's so because like you're seeing everything that you're seeing with your own eyes in that moment, the road, the trees,
They done seen that already.
yeah, and it's just like so crazy because when you see them on TV or you're listening to their album on Spotify or whatever, like you're so separated from them. And you're like,
Yeah.
man, like I wish they could. Not saying I wish they could see what I'm seeing, but you kind of have this thing where it's like the reason why you're inspired by their work is because of the way your life is, and your life consists of things that you see, taste, smell, and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then like when you're within their bubble, you're like, oh wow, like now we're seeing the same shit.
Okay, now you're onto something.
Yeah,
You're onto something. I feel exactly what you're saying.
you know,
Yeah,
like
it honestly, one thing that I can say is I actually did meet my favorite basketball player.
oh, did you?
I met him.
Oh,
And I also met a rookie on the basketball team. So I went to a Celtics game because, again, my girlfriend at the time, it was Christmas. She got me tickets to go see them.
fuck the Celtics, but can say
Sorry. It's
a Celtics fan.
Oh, God. Yeah. Anyway, so I get the game. We're like two actual like seat rows behind the bench.
Oh,
So
what?
now I'm like freaking out because I'm like, yo, if I say his name loud enough, he's gonna turn around. Maybe he will. So they're all walking out. And Derek White, the point guard, or he was the point guard on the team at the time, or he's still the point guard on the team. He comes out, he's signing stuff. I got him to sign the Tatum jersey. Cool. Then Drew Holiday was the last one to get in, but there's another kid, Jordan Walsh. He's the super bald guy that plays for the Boston Celtics. He was a rookie at the time. Me and him were talking like he was a regular person.
Wow,
I was sitting there talking to him for the whole pregame warm up,
that's sick, bro.
and I'm
That's
like,
fucking
in my head, I'm like, yo, I'm really talking to somebody who's about to be a star.
yeah.
So I'm telling him like, yo, bro, like I played 2K, like I play against you in 2K. I got screenshots, and him and I are just laughing and talking it up, and whatever. Let's get to the point. Tatum is my favorite basketball player.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming out of the tunnel, and I'm screaming Tatum's name. I'm right in front of him. He's acting so nonchalant.
Of course.
So nonchalant. And I'm like, Tatum, like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm from Connecticut. Like, I'm sure you don't even know what town I'm from. I'm from Waterbury. I know you never heard of it. Like, just sign this shirt, sign your jersey for me so I could take it back to the hood, essentially.
Yeah.
And he turns around, he's like, and he grabbed the marker and he signed it. So I got a signed Tatum jersey, and Derek White signed a jersey. And my core memory of that day was talking to Jordan Walsh. Like somebody who's not a star yet, but somebody who, like us, like just normal people
Yeah.
that like kind of got an opportunity to make it. And I can't wait for him to actually make it because then I'll forever have that. Like, damn,
Yeah.
I was talking to him before he was a star. Now he's a star. So,
And there's like that like associative thing because like, yeah, like in that moment, like he wasn't a star yet, and you know, you didn't have that same interaction with Tatum, but he's in the locker room with
Tatum.
Yeah,
He's
all
with,
the
he
time.
sees Tatum. He practices with Tatum.
They probably like fucking towel slap ass each other.
Yeah, he was telling me he's like, yeah, like Tatum. That's just how he is, you know.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't talk much, you know. And when he does, he's funny. It's cool, but you know, you don't really get a lot out of them like that.
Well, that's how like Kawhi Leonard is supposed, or at least was, to my knowledge, right? Wasn't it like for years that like he just didn't say much, and then like he had weird.
I heard he was just socially awkward a little bit, and then that one interview he had where. And after that went viral, it was pretty big. And I think he won a ring, did he? Toronto, when he hit the corner shot, bounced in, yeah.
Against my Sixers.
And Joel Embiid went to the locker room crying. Yeah.
I was saying, I'm like, bro, this was in I think it was like in the second quarter of game 1 of that series. I'm like, whoever wins this series, because I could already tell by the way the game was being played, I'm like, whoever wins this series is gonna win the fucking championship. And that's what it was.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, the Sixers would have never won anything." I'm like, bro, like I don't think you realize, like
The Sixers are packed.
they were the only team that like went neck to neck with Toronto. Like the only reason Toronto won was because of that last second. It was Game 7.
Yeah,
That final second, like up until that last second, it was deadlocked.
Yeah, it was a crazy sequence. That little bounce shot was like pure luck.
And then he was like crouched down, like
He was like looking at it. One final bounce went in.
dude, it was like
Everybody went crazy. Yeah.
I was watching that game and like the world was fucking quiet. I'm like, no.
Nobody could believe that Toronto Raptors won. That's why. They weren't supposed to win that day, but they did.
Toronto was really good too, though. I mean,
Toronto was good at one point. Oh yeah, I was Kawhi and who they had.
I can't remember.
DeMar DeRozan at the time too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's really good.
But Kawhi was just playing so fucking good that year.
And they had Kyle Lowry as well.
Lowry, yeah. Oh, and
Who else?
somebody else. I could have I'm blanking on the name.
Yeah, I don't follow that team, but I just know like star players.
I'm pretty sure they had somebody. Yeah, no, that starting squad was really
Yeah, it was really good too, actually. Yeah.
it was really
The
good.
Philadelphia 76ers had, I think, Harden at the time.
No, we had Jimmy
No?
Butler, and Jimmy Butler was fucking peaking that fucking year, dude.
You guys, the 76ers had good picks at one point, but you guys got old Paul George. You guys didn't get or new
The worst
Paul
phrase that
George.
we fucked up that I was kind of like, damn, bro, because they were. I can't remember like who. I follow basketball enough to like know about it, but like soccer and football are my sports.
Yeah.
And my issue with the NBA isn't like with the sport of basketball, because basketball was like my first like go-to sport as a kid.
Right.
But my issue is that the NBA as a league has always been kind of sketchy. Like they like lead all the other leagues, like football, like the NFL, MLS, MLB. Like the NBA is above all of them um in like scandals, referee rigging and all that shit. And so, like, I don't know. It's just always sus watching the NBA. And then now, ever since Steph Curry, everybody's shooting 3-pointers.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Like, come on, bro.
It's a problem when you got somebody as big as Wemby pulling threes.
It's like, and I hate the Celtics, but I was kind of like mad for you guys when I think this past year they were just like shooting threes, and then they made only like 3 threes out of like 40 shots. It was like some crazy
the Celtics pull a lot of threes, and that's most of their game. I can't even sit here and lie. Like I watch all their games, they shoot a lot of threes. And I think they take the most threes out of every team.
And it sucked because of that. It was kind of like they're putting all their eggs in one basket, pun intended.
Yeah.
And what happened was like there was like 2 or 3 games out of that series, out of one of the series in the playoffs. I think it was the one that they lost. Who did they lose to?
They lost to the Knicks this year.
To the Knicks, that's what it was. And there was like 2 or 3 games against the Knicks where the Celtics were just shooting threes and they weren't making any of them, bro.
Yep.
And it's just like, just start shooting twos then. Like, well,
it's just like
the problem.
I think that's their gameplay. If they know that they take the most threes. However, they also know that they make the most threes. So it's like, keep shooting. So I think that entire like playoff sequence was really ridiculous.
But the whole thing about, I mean, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. The whole thing like with sports is kind of like, you can't go into a game with a game plan and then like expect that game plan to work 100% all the time. Like the whole point of the game itself is that you see shit change all the time.
Yeah, you just transition.
And you change things up. I'm not saying like the Celtics should have not shot any more threes. I'm just saying like, hey, don't shoot as many fucking threes, instead of shooting 50 threes in the game, maybe shoot 30, like, I don't know. Like,
that's just a game, but that's what they were told.
Yeah.
They got coaching.
Right. There is that.
The coach doesn't say to stop it. Stop it.
Because the Knicks weren't going down easy. They were.
Oh, yeah. No, the Knicks, they fought. They fought real hard. But the Knicks also did get a good pick. They got Cat, and he's been putting up a great show for them.
Who's Brunson, right?
Brunson is their point guard. But Brunson fell short to who? I think the Pacers.
The Pacers.
Yeah, he fell short to them because, I mean, dude, Brunson's like a hold the ball to the last second of the shot clock and chuck something type of guy. Like, he's a go-getter. He'll go get a bucket. But, like, when you need him to not dribble the ball and get a bucket, that's probably what you need him the most.
Yeah, he was really good at attacking the paint. And it's kind of like, if you need somebody to attack the paint, definitely give the ball to Brunson. But
that mid-range shot was hit.
If there's 7 seconds on the clock and the paint is locked by defense and you're not getting into the paint.
Oh, he's going to shoot that midi.
He's going to shoot
He's going to shoot that too, for sure. I watched the game. I was so disappointed when they smacked my Celtics. I was so mad, but I was so happy when the Pacers smacked them.
Yeah, I'm sure you.
I almost turned into a Pacers fan when that happened.
Fan of Indiana, bro. That shit is like it chose the worst color scheme for a fucking shitty state too.
Yeah, I got like a friend that's a diehard Indiana fan, and because they won, he just doesn't shut up, dude.
Who won the chip this year?
I think it was the Pacers, no?
Was it?
It had to be the Pacers. No, it wasn't. The
Actually-
Pacers, actually, the Pacers lost to OKC.
Oh,
OKC won this year.
Yeah, that's
What am I talking about?
and that's what it was. Because like, imagine two of the most boring states. No offense to people who live in Indiana and Oklahoma, but maybe a little bit of offense.
Oh, the offense. Oh, the offense. Stop.
Bro, like, and I'm thinking, I'm like, I was talking to my buddy, who actually like was living in Indiana at the time,
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, wouldn't it be some shit if Oklahoma won? Because it would be like the only good thing that's happened to Oklahoma like ever, bro. Like, what the fuck goes on in Oklahoma? Like,
Nothing.
crosses the street.
What do they ride horses to the grocery store?
Two things in history happened to Oklahoma. A chicken did cross the road, and
And they won.
state finals.
Don't even get me started with that team is literally carried like by one person. Like their point guard, SGA. He's just midi.
That's
Pure twos.
way OKC's been run for a while. Though.
Yeah, but-
Westbrook used to be that.
Yeah, but when Westbrook was there, OKC rims, like the actual the rim of the court, you used to see fucking Russell Westbrook's hand grab the rim.
That is true.
They don't see the OKC rims nowadays. Don't even see anybody dunk.
Yeah.
They need to shoot twos all day.
No prints on that fucking rim.
They get free throw line shots. SGA, like he's a really good player. If there's anybody I would ever give respect to, it's him because he knows like what he's really good at, which is shooting middies, and he gets a lot of like he foul baits. He gets the foul calls and he shoots free throws 24/7.
Now I'm curious because like I'd assume out of all this, basketball is your fucking sport, right? Yeah, I don't know if you had any other sport that's like above basketball for you. The basketball's a lot.
Nothing else.
What do you make of like all this LeBron shit for the past 10 years? I'm not asking about like is he the GOAT or the
No, yeah.
I'm just asking like all the shenanigans between him, his son joining the league. Like, I don't know if maybe you think it's like positive or I don't know.
I honestly think it's a joke. I think like them giving him this king name is a joke. He's been like the fact that he even got into a topic with Michael Jordan is a joke. Because like you're saying,
Okay.
oh, who's the GOAT in the NBA? Everybody's gonna say Michael Jordan, but the newer generation, it's LeBron.
It's LeBron.
Because what he broke records. He's what? How old? 45 or 40? Still playing ball?
Now, for a while, not to cut you off, but for a while, I was one of those people that like said it, but it was never my reasoning for LeBron being the GOAT. I'm not saying he's that now. I'm just saying that's what I used to think.
Yeah.
My opinion has changed on LeBron, but like it at the time, my whole logic with LeBron being the GOAT wasn't, I'll put it this way. I sometimes like the way I see sports is sometimes like beyond the numbers. Like I like the storylines. I like what players have to overcome and go.
Yeah.
through. Can they change? Like shit, maybe their numbers aren't that good, but they adapted really well. You know, maybe, do they have a shitty coaching staff and still play really well? I look at like all those.
You look at all the cracks. Like
It's like all the intangibles, all the things you can't put numbers and stats on. Is what I like. I'm not saying ignore the stats. I'm just saying I like to look at those things. And when I saw LeBron, I'm zooming out and I'm like, every team this guy is going to, that team is doing well. LeBron is obviously the key factor. And we didn't get to see shit like that with Jordan, with the exception of one time. But Jordan was already kind of old, and I think it's kind of unfair to make that.
Yeah.
Because he was on the Wizards.
The Wizards, I believe, yeah.
But the league was also different. And that was the other thing. Like, the league is more technical. It's not rough anymore. Like, you have to be more...
It was so much harder to score back then. Back then, it was so difficult. Like first of all, like it wasn't everybody. Like the debate always goes like, "Oh, was it easier to get a bucket back then, or is it easier now?" Like, it doesn't matter. Like, let's be honest. I will never discredit LeBron. He's a really good basketball player. and I can't change that.
Yeah.
And nobody in the NBA.
Yeah, I'm sure he would kick my ass in a 1v1.
Yeah, and nobody and the NBA can beat him neither.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe people in the NBA can beat him, but they will never like take away the fact that he's really good and he's like probably the best in the league right now. But if you take LeBron now and put him in the old generation where LeBron, where Michael Jordan was in his prime, Scottie was in his prime, Tracy McGrady was in his prime, I don't think LeBron would be who LeBron is today back then. I don't think so.
Yeah, I see the main, and I'm not saying one's better than the other, but
yeah,
what I see is the league back then during the Jordan era was more about physical dominance. And because of the fact that they like kind of took that away in the modern day, I always feel like you kind of have to be smarter.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you take somebody that's smarter and throw them into a physical game, I think the smart guy wins. But if you take a guy in a physical game and put him into a league where it's more about intelligence, I think the physical guy, since he can't use physical stuff because it's out, like he'll get fouled all the time. He'll get fouled out if you get too physical in the modern day.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have the smarts, he'll lose. But the guy that's smart can't get fouled out. He might get beat up, but because he's smart, he'll be able to like adapt different. That I'm just generalizing. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
That was my logic.
I can see where your thought process was.
I'm not saying it's right or any. I'm just saying that's why I kind of thought that like shit. Maybe LeBron, I think at one point was better than Jordan because of the fact that like LeBron does have to be more technical.
Yeah,
and the opponents. And this is for all sports, actually. All the players are with. They have more advanced medical stuff. You know, the equipment is more advanced. I don't know. It's just like all these things, and it's kind of like the leagues back in the day: football, basketball, baseball. It's just like who the fuck is tougher, like physically tougher. Like it was just simpler.
I low key think like all of this, like every sport is just it gets to a point. I think every player respects each other. You know, nobody's gonna say, "Oh, this person's better than me." When we're talking actual sport, you don't see people on social. You don't see LeBron texting Michael Jordan on social media like, "Oh, you suck. I'm better than you ever were." It's always fans. It's always like everybody else. I think they're so like locked into what they do that they don't care. They let everybody else talk and let everybody else do the arguing.
That's why they're great.
And that's exactly they don't try to like, you know, converse with anybody about it. Right. Like somebody will say, "Oh, LeBron's the GOAT, he's better than Michael Jordan." You don't see LeBron going under that commenting, "No, I'm not better than him," or "Yeah, I am better than him." Whereas like, "Yo, fuck you, LeBron," yeah. Or you don't see Michael Jordan say, "Fuck you, LeBron. If you were back then in my days, you would be nothing." They don't see him saying that. They don't care. They look like they were getting paid to do this shit, and they all have stuff to show for it. Michael Jordan has rings. I don't even know how many. What? I have no idea how many rings. I think it's like 6 rings. And what does LeBron have? 4? 5? No, he might have 6 too.
No, I don't think he has 6.
He's got Cleveland,
Miami
twice. That's 3. And I think he's got 3 with the Lakers. No,
or wasn't it 3 with Miami?
I'm gonna Google that right now.
Yeah,
I want to know.
Yeah, Google it up.
How many?
While you're Googling that, though, I do want to say that, like, I never go to, and this again goes for all sports, I never like judge an individual player's performance on championship rings because championships are won by teams.
Yeah, it's a team thing.
It's a team thing. Like, because how are you going to say Jordan won 6 rings? Yeah, so did fucking Pippen. You know, like, yeah, maybe not. I don't know how many rings Pippen won.
Yeah, but whoever was playing with, you know, you can say the same thing. But I low key, I don't ever look at it that way. Like, if a team, I know teams have. First of all, I just want to say that as soon as I search how many rings, it automatically says how many does LeBron have.
Oh, LeBron.
I'm the big brother's listening to us right now. So
how many does he have?
LeBron has 4.
4. Okay.
2012, 2013, 2016, and 2020. So that's 1 with Cleveland, 2 with the Heat, I believe, and
I
Yeah.
don't think he has one with the
No,
Lakers.
that's Miami Heat. That's Miami Heat.
Maybe
That
three with the Heat, one with Cleveland.
what is this? Cleveland. That's Cleveland, and this is he has one with the Lakers. Wait, 2020 edition of it between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Miami Heat. Was he playing for the Heat or the Lakers? The Heat and the Lakers were playing each other.
Yeah,
But what
I
team
know
was
he
he on?
wasn't on the Heat in 2020. That's he was with the Heat with Wade.
I wonder what team he was playing for. Why did those two teams face off like that?
It would have had to have been the Lakers, but I didn't know he won a chip with the Lakers. Because he left, he didn't go back to the Heat after Cleveland. Because
No. He was on the Lakers. He was playing against Jimmy Butler.
yeah.
He was playing against Jimmy. Remember, he beat Jimmy, and Jimmy was upset.
I mean, even then, I completely forgot that I mean, I didn't know I forgot that he won with the Lakers. I could have swore that he didn't win one with the Lakers.
Yeah. The whole ring thing, though, like I was saying, is just like it's bogus. Like you could be a bench warmer and get a ring. You know, you just. I think the way that I rank the rings is like if you go back to that year of the championship, and you actually did something for the team.
Right.
You dropped 30 points every game. This average 12 assists.
Which in basketball, it really, like in football, there's only 16, 17 games in a season. But in basketball, there's 82 games.
A lot. There's a lot.
It's like if you only played well in like 3 games, like it's noticeable. People would be like, bro, like you only. I mean, sorry, it probably wouldn't even be noticed if you only played well in 3 games.
Yeah, because there's so many.
Yeah, because there's so many.
The way they rank that is also crazy too. You know, like you have like the off season where your record matters. Like your record is what allows you to get into the playoffs. So
yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Where it's like if you actually did something through the season, I would even like include like shit. Maybe you didn't do much in the season, but because it's the playoffs are series games, like shit. If you played really well every series, like
yeah,
I didn't give you that.
If you contributed anything,
yeah,
5 assists a game is okay. Like you're passing the ball. You're in there doing something. You didn't just warm the bench and get in the court and drop 0 points.
I think you can still say like, okay, yeah, Jordan is the GOAT, but I can't get on board with people that say, oh, Jordan is the GOAT because he has 6 rings. I'm like, the rings are that's a team achievement. I'm not saying take it away from him. I'm just saying like, don't use that as your argument.
Yeah, as an excuse or like as a defense.
Yeah, you know, it's like
my defense is like Jordan definitely has 6 rings, however, but he contributed a lot of points.
So many fucking things. The one thing, the go-to thing is he won. It's like he did shitload of things before the rings, leading up to the rings.
He was getting straight to the rim. He's dunking on people. Yeah. His game was just flawless. But it's this new generation, I'd say. Like nobody ever thinks about like the real value. They just think about how they feel, and that's it.
I watch the like not like all the time, but like when I do come across it, I'd be watching like gameplay of Larry Bird, and I'm just kind of like, bro,
Larry the legend,
dude. Because everybody's like LeBron. I'm like, the type of passes that Larry Bird makes, I have never seen even in the modern day age, bro. Like I'm like, I think there's like a technical argument to be made that like shit. I'm not saying he is the GOAT. I'm just saying like, why can't he be in the conversation? Because Larry is ever passed like him.
Larry is a GOAT. If you were to search the top or best shooters of all time, he's top 5. Larry is that guy.
Gotta be, right?
Larry the legend is him. Nobody talks about him because it's Larry, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like nobody talks about, I could be wrong, but I feel like nobody talks about him because of how far back in time he played. Like, what was it, in the 70s?
But I think he was playing around the same time as Jordan, no?
Yeah, I wish my phone wasn't fucking recording.
I could be wrong. I
could have swore he played like in the 70s. and then Jordan started in the 80s, I believe. Again, basketball is not my go-to sport, so like a lot of my knowledge about it is kind of rough.
I don't know much. I just know what I want to know.
It basically where I stand with a lot of shit.
It says yes, Larry Bird played in the Jordan era of the NBA, but his time as the league's dominant force overlapped with Michael Jordan's early career.
What was it? Does it say the years?
1984.
Damn, so that's actually soon. I could have swore Larry Bird wasn't a thing because he played like in the late 60s and 70s.
So Bird's dominance was in the 1980s. So was Bird and Magic Johnson.
Magic.
They were the faces of the NBA at the time, and Jordan's arrival was in 1984.
I feel like that was the sweet spot of the league, and like we just fucking missed it.
Magic Johnson was a different type of point guard.
That's
a beast. He's like, if you go and search top point guards in the world, he's number one.
I gotta like. So what I do typically is like, again, football is my sport. So like what I'll do is I'll just have games in the background, kind of just running.
I do that. I don't know anything about football, but the way I learned the sport is by watching it.
Yeah.
So I'll throw it on if I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
I'll just watch it. I'll take a look at it. That's how I established that I'm an Eagles fan, because they're the same colors.
Celtics fan and an Eagles fan. What the fuck are you doing at my house? Where the fuck happened? Zohan, you're gonna have to learn how to bite now, bro.
Golden, no retriever. Golden, no retrieve. Listen,
Golden kicked the motherfucker out.
you know, like, wait. My only reasoning is because they have the same color as the Celtics, and they also were 2024 champions. So it's like, hey, let me just stick with who's winning, and now that's my favorite team. I also like how they stole the Giants' best player. Just snatched him up.
Bro, all right. I'm gonna rephrase that. I don't think they stole the Giants' best player. I think the Giants fucked up, and then the Eagles took advantage of the fuck up. Because the Giants, Saquon wanted to stay in New York, but the Giants were like, we don't want to pay you. And Saquon was like, all right. And the Eagles were like, we'll pay you. And Saquon was like, all right.
That's so funny.
It's just like, come on, dude. And it was like,
he's beast though. He's
fucking monster.
He's quick on his feet.
He is the Eagles.
I would, if he took my phone and ran, I'd just buy a new one. You ain't getting that so back. You can get in your car and chase it. You still won't get it back. Yeah, he's gone. Bro. He done went back to Philly.
Shit, bro. Where the phone will probably get stolen again. But nah, it's that shit was something, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like with the Celtics, I feel like y'all had way too many championships. I feel like they should cancel the Celtics for like 10 years.
What?
Like enough, really enough, bro. Like let
reason.
Some other teams win some, bro. Like,
bro, the Celtics they have the most championships in the NBA right now.
Yeah, I know.
But it's not their fault. They had Larry the Legend was cooking back then. You see how many rings he's got? Larry got those many, like,
I can't even say you're wrong. He's just like, fuck the Celtics, though.
But still, like, the Celtics. Like, I can't respect the Lakers. I can't do that.
Nah, fuck them too, bro.
I can't. They had so much good stuff going for them, and they just gave it all up for LeBron. And now they just have LeBron.
That was kind of like circling this back to the question is kind of why I had to ask you about like the whole LeBron shit, because for me it's just been, I'll put it this way, like the way I see it, and I'm not saying that like nobody else sees this, but just the way that I kind of also see it with other people is that like it was just a fucking spectacle. It was just for show. Like there was no utility in actual, like, I don't know, because especially once Bronny got in, I'm like, bro, obviously they're just doing this shit.
Oh, that's what we're getting into. That is like the most cheap shit I've ever seen in my life. Bronny is not built for the NBA yet, and you can tell.
Yeah, right.
You can tell. He looked like I seen his work. I seen his progress. Like he is definitely gonna be in the NBA.
I'm not saying he's
But
trash.
I think they rushed the process just because of who his father is, and that right there is what made the NBA a joke.
That's
You're gonna draft his son because he's the quote unquote king. I think they're doing a little too much glazing. Like I think they should be working for Dunkin' Donuts at this point because getting a lot of glaze on the donut.
That's a good way of putting it. That they rushed the process. That's a really good way of articulating it because it definitely seemed that way. I don't know. Just to me, it was kind of like just because lead before Bronny got in for years, for not maybe not for like years, but for like 5 years, people were like, "Shit, LeBron might get to play with his son."
Yeah,
And then like,
and that's what it was because everybody put that out there. Everybody's like, "Oh, like we can't wait to see LeBron play with his son,"
yeah,
and the NBA was like, "All right, we'll draft his son." And now look at where Bronny is. Like he was barely getting any playing time in the regular season because he wasn't good enough. And sure, he got to check in with his dad. Him and his dad were on the court at the same exact time. That's cute. But now he's in the G League where he belongs. Like
oh, he got because I haven't kept up
yeah,
with the
he's in the G League. He doesn't play often in a like regular season games. He's in the G League, and when he gets in the G League, he starts cooking. He starts dropping, 30 points. But when he gets in the NBA game, what
getting
happens?
30 points scored on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like he can't do it. So it's like I think they need to give him time to like let him transition himself into
Yeah.
a star. Don't try to put his father's legacy on him.
And that's why that's it's kind of like a symptom to give credit to LeBron. It's to give it's a symptom of like, hey, LeBron really was that fucking good that like just because this guy is his son, that doesn't mean that the talent level just also transfers. Like LeBron was so fucking good that like it's kind of hard to match that.
Yeah,
Even if you're his kid.
yeah. Just because you're his blood child doesn't mean his skills run through your blood.
Yeah.
Like no, you have to learn.
Like some of it, yeah. But like
sure you have the athleticism, you get done for.
you know what I'm saying? Shit, he's tall as fuck, probably.
Yeah, it's like it's more of if like LeBron even said it himself. Like on the court, that's not my son. That's my teammate. And he gets treated like a teammate. Off the court, in the locker room, that's not my son. That's my teammate.
And do you believe that?
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. Because if LeBron didn't have that type of discipline on him, it'd be a lot different.
That is true, because I guess they wouldn't have demoted him to the G League.
Right. If he would
like,
be
nepotism.
he'd be daddy's boy, you know? He'd be like, no, my son's not going anywhere, you know?
Yeah.
That's how it really is. And I respect it. But Bronny belongs in the G League, and he should stay there until Bronny is time to step up.
Because that was like my thing, man. Like, because I see LeBron, I see two LeBrons. I see the one that we're watching now.
Yeah.
Right. And that kind of spans back for about like 5-6 years or so. Maybe even a little bit more just because time fucking flies. And then there's the LeBron that I watched come back from a 3-1 deficit in that championship against, I think that was like the 72-9 Warriors or some shit like that.
That's a good LeBron. That
LeBron was the LeBron that I made the case. I was like, bro, I think that LeBron might be better than Jordan. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying at the time, I'm like,
that LeBron was definitely that. He was that.
Because, yeah, you know, he had these teammates, and it's like, yeah, but so did fucking Jordan. It's like basketball's a team sport, so what do you expect? Like, I think that just kind of goes without being said, but I'm just like, I'm watching LeBron come clutch when you need him to come in clutch.
Yeah.
And it's like, what more do you want from the guy?
That's all you should be able to ask for. It's like, yo, do what you do, but when we need you to do what you can do that. And he's like, all right, bet. Don't worry. I'll do it.
And it's just like, damn, dude. Like, that's the LeBron that I see. That was the one that I saw, I should say. And then the one that I see now, it's like, it's not even close.
Nowhere near
to that. And somebody might say, oh, well, the numbers are, and again, it's like, even if you show me that certain numbers are the same or better than back then, it's like, it's clearly not the same LeBron, bro. Like, there's no stat line that you could tell me right now that'd be like, It's nothing's changed, bro. It's like, dude, if the today's LeBron played against those same Warriors, those Warriors would probably finish that series 4-1.
Well, oh man,
Uh-oh. Am I wrong?
I don't think so.
Really?
I think it would be a back and forth
Still, you think?
because
I'm not saying I'm
Because-
serious.
LeBron. This is where the conversation drifts over. LeBron's really good, okay,
He's like, you don't
but then
stay.
but then there's Stephen Curry,
Yeah.
who's arguably the best shooter in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
So like, what's that? I forgot what I know what term I want to use, but I don't want to use it wrong. But like, it's Superman, and I guess Kryptonite is Superman's like
Yeah. The weakness.
weakness.
Yeah.
I think Curry is LeBron's weakness. I
Interesting.
think Curry can put LeBron in for a good series.
I could see the logic to that because what made LeBron so good was he was able to, and correct me if I'm wrong, because again, my basketball knowledge is iffy at times.
Yeah.
I should say most times. But yeah, well, because again, like I love basketball, but like for the sport, not like for the NBA. You know, like I love like if you give me basketball in a hoop, I'll shoot it. I won't make the shot, but I'll fucking shoot it. You know, but like football, I can kind of be. But anyways, so like, I know it. I don't know if the camera can like hear, but like my dog's kind of crying. He wants to join us so bad.
He's like, so I turn around like, what's going on?
I'm trying to like keep my train of thought, and I just hear, yeah. I normally like for the previous episodes, I had him, I think, either in or out, but I had the door closed because I want to minimize, the sound and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because it's,
Oh.
hey,
I think,
inside voices.
I think he wants to come in. That's
If he comes in, he's gonna like get on the table. Yeah, do we feature Zohan in the episode? What do you think?
yep. And there's our mascot. That's
Oh yeah, the
What's up,
camera
mascot?
can see it. What's up, Bubba? Hi,
good boy.
good boy. He's a good boy.
He's just had a boost of energy. That's all.
But so yeah. Anyways, I kind of lost what I was getting at, but I do know that like, well, not that I do know. I would heart. I don't know. It was just really. It sucks because I'll put it this way. I feel like LeBron should have retired recently.
Yeah.
Like,
But I also feel that LeBron knows that he's really good and he's the best in the NBA, that he doesn't need to retire.
and you think he's like the best?
I
Or-
think he's the best right now in the NBA.
Interesting. Like, is there anything that like sticks out to you that like makes him the best that like no other players can?
I think he's built like for his age.
Physically built.
He's physically built.
That is true. There,
He can he can move a lot. He can move for his age. He could do a lot for his age. And I feel like if he could still do that with no problem, then shoot for it.
It's kind of like that, like Tom Brady playing till 45 type of shit, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, bro, Tom Brady won a Super Bowl in his fucking 40s, dude. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, nobody that old should be winning Super Bowls or championships. Like,
I think-
on paper.
I think LeBron will leave the NBA if he wins one more championship.
If he's capable of winning one more, if he, because I think the Lakers just said that they reject it or not.
They reject his
Yeah.
it's the extension. So they're gonna get rid of him. But like, at what cost? You guys drafted his son.
What team do you think he should go to?
I think hear me out.
Don't say the fucking Celtics.
No.
Yeah, don't.
Oh, I'm gonna say something bigger to blow your mind. I think he should get on a team with Curry and the Warriors.
Oh, all right, that did catch me off.
And that would build a dream, like not a dream team, but them two on a sequence together would shock the world.
That would fucking.
They would go to the final. I think they'd make it to the playoffs, and they can make it far in the finals if they try hard enough. And they both can get a ring, and Bron can retire with the Warriors.
They don't have Durant anymore, right?
Oh no, the Rockets have Durant.
And they're not going to do anything with Durant, though.
The Rockets might win a chip this year. They got some good people.
What you're saying about LeBron going to Golden State, that would be some fucking shit. I'm like trying to like
That would be really.
absorb what you just said to me because
It would be really bad.
Steph obviously would take care of all the deep shots, and LeBron's specialty is
Would
not only making shots and dunks in the paint, but also defense in the paint.
LeBron, you can't get past LeBron. If he's playing defense, you can't get past LeBron.
Because like what you're saying, he's physically built
He's
for that.
40 years old. He's fucking huge.
He's got to weigh like what, 270 or something.
He's got to weigh. If he weighs 270, he's dunking on the rim like that. You tell me if you want to.
Maybe he weighs 250. Maybe. Yeah,
But hear me out. You tell me if you want to stand in front of a 40-year-old grown-ass man that was 50 pounds running straight at the paint to dunk the ball with one hand.
I'm good, bro.
I'm getting the fuck out the way.
Especially if you're a young cat in the NBA and you want to have a long career. You're like, maybe I shouldn't take this blow from fucking Rod.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just let him make the shot.
I saw a video went viral one time. This guy on the Houston Rockets at the time, his name was Dylan Brooks. He tried to guard LeBron, and LeBron just body bumping him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All the way back down to the paint and just went straight up. Like he didn't exist.
That's some shit, bro. And that's where like I did kind of change my opinions and stuff like that because I would see things like that. It's like, okay, maybe maybe LeBron would be able to kind of maybe play in the olden days, but like I don't know. It's tough. It's tough
Yeah.
to say. But yes, it's him and Steph on the same team. Ooh, Golden State has somebody else though that's really good right now. I can't remember.
Golden State,
Yeah,
they had Klay Thompson, but Draymond Green.
he's gone.
Yeah, Draymond Green's there. I think he's power forward.
Is he?
Yeah,
I thought he
Klay Thompson left last year. He's on the Mavericks now, and he was playing with Anthony Davis.
That one I was aware about. I could have swore Draymond also left though.
No, I don't think Draymond would ever leave.
He shouldn't. He
Yeah,
shouldn't.
Curry's carrying him for rings.
Yeah, because I saw he had fucking start getting white hair on his sideburns.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, Draymond's getting old, bro.
He's really old. He's not the same old Draymond he used to be. But man, I think the NBA is starting to die out, and it's gonna be time for the younger generation to step up.
Yeah, and that's sort of my thing with the NBA. It's like it doesn't help because every league has this thing where like it has its down moments.
Yeah.
It doesn't the down moments aren't helped if the league is already riddled with scandals, referee issues, and all that shit. Damn, yeah, your phone is fucked up.
Yeah, yo. When I was working, I was on the phone, and it fell right out the window. I had the window open because I didn't want to smell the pesticide stuff, so I was on the phone like this, leaning out the window. I hit a bump, doof, fell right out the window.
While you're driving?
While I was driving.
Damn. Pull over and go pick up your phone.
And look, the entire phone is like cracked out.
Damn, bro.
Like, I'll get the iPhone 17.
Yeah. That phone looks nice.
It looks real nice.
Cause like I have the 12.
Yep.
And
oh, watch your head.
Watch your head, Bubba. The iPhone 12 looks nice. I think I like when they do like a change in design. I don't like when they keep the same design over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I'm not saying what they should or shouldn't do. But my favorite iPhone before this one, was the iPhone 4 when like because of the square body.
Oh, a little square.
Yeah, like I love the block, like that shape of the phone. I don't like the round edges.
Yeah.
It looks nice, but it always felt like I was holding a bar of soap. I feel like I'd fucking drop the soap. so say I don't know, like all jokes aside, it just it felt really slippery. It wasn't like I don't know, it just felt
I like
to me.
I like the 5C.
5C
because all the different colors, the pink, the blue, the yellow, the black, the white. I think throughout that generation of that phone being out, I had 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just kept breaking it.
All the same color?
No.
No.
I had blue, yellow, and white. I think.
Taste the rainbow.
Literally.
But yeah, now the iPhone 4 was one of my favorites. And when the iPhone 5 came out, it was also the block, the square shape. But I had the iPhone 4.
He was like,
I had the money for an
I
iPhone
the
5.
5.
Yeah, like my phone was fine. And so like, I don't know, it just wasn't my thing. And then
Okay.
right after the 5, even the 5C had curved. I think it was a square, a blocky front, but the back of the phone was round.
Thank you. The back of the phone was round.
Yeah, but then after that they had just all round phones basically up until the 12. Cuz the iPhone 11 was also a round one. That wasn't a block shape. And then when the iPhone 12 came out, I was like, bro, I want that one.
Yeah.
I missed the block.
The iPhone 12, I got the 12 when it first came out because I liked how they made the back of the phone. And I hate that Apple does this thing where they say like, oh, the camera's always better. I'm sorry, and I'm going to be the first to admit it. Android has had the best cameras since
Really?
I don't know when. My brother has a Samsung. And when I tell you he took a picture of the moon in detail, I was pissed. I started zooming into the moon to see if I could do the same thing. Bro, my picture is blurry as hell.
Well, wasn't that shit like found out to be like generated? Like it wasn't the actual camera, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I'm just saying I think it was found out that like that's a software enhancement.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about that, and you'd be the first to tell me about it because like
yeah. I'm pretty sure that software, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that software enhancement. Again, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not jacking. I'm like, shit, fuck it. Give me more software enhancement. You know what I'm saying? Because then I'm going to take a picture of my dick and be like, yo, look.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah,
This is it. It is 12 inches.
12 inches on soft, okay? Yep, this is real. This is the real deal.
Limp,
all right?
bro. My limp shit is 12, bro. Software enhancement.
Yep. It never dies. Never dies,
bro.
Then you got they ask to see it in person and you're like, yeah, whoa, take it easy. Take me on a date first.
Your eyes just don't have software.
Yeah, you need to go get those Meta glasses so you can take a look. Then we can talk. But before then, don't talk.
Say LASIK, bro. You need LASIK to get this dick. Yes.
You need to work on yourself before you approach me.
Yeah.
Right? You're not ready for this.
Sure now.
We're not ready.
12 inch.
Yeah, it's definitely 12.
Yeah.
12.
But
Well, I mean, give me.
yeah, I mean, like, look, because I remember I had this like debate at my previous job where like, you know, me and the guys got into it, we're like, you know, who's better, Android or iPhone? And like people forget to zoom out. You're like, can we just admit that we have a fucking supercomputer in our fucking pocket? You know what I'm saying? And like either camera in what a fucking attention whore.
I'm just talking, listening, and he's got just see his
paw on your head. Like the camera doesn't stand over here, but like behind his head. Yeah, he has the puppy, and there it is. But
and now I'm getting licked with a dry tongue.
But
yeah, no, iPhone. I like doing debates like that. Like, you know, iPhone, Android, or what's another really big debate that people do all the time?
Let's see. We already went through LeBron, Jordan. We talked about iPhone, Samsung. I feel like the PlayStation, Xbox One is died.
Xbox died out because we all know PlayStation's better than Xbox.
It is.
Like,
that's not opinion, guys. That is absolute fact. Don't. And I have an Xbox.
And I've had an Xbox, and I switched to PlayStation for a reason. Okay, that Xbox Game Pass that you had to pay for, BS.
Well, don't you have to also pay for Sony?
Yeah, the PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
So like you gotta pay to play certain games on the Xbox. Like I don't know about that Game Pass bullshit, but I know like once you get the PlayStation Plus, you get like the monthly subscription to just play games because you have PlayStation Plus.
It's the same thing with Game Pass.
Then you beat me too. I have no idea.
There's the
You're drooling.
There's I think the Game Pass Ultimate where I think like if you want, I don't know. You know what? I'm not even gonna fuck because I'm.
Yeah, I have no idea about.
I will say this though. What I do like about Xbox and maybe PlayStation incorporated it too, but I like the Xbox game sharing.
Oh yeah, PlayStation game shares too.
Do
I
they?
don't ever gotta pay for shit. My buddies will pay for it, and I'll activate their account as primary, get the games.
Do you get if your buddy has the subscription to PlayStation Plus? Do you also get the subscription if you guys are game sharing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll say he has plus, but it won't like show the plus symbol on mine, but I'll have it because of game share.
Okay. All right. That might have become a standard then because Xbox does the same thing. What I do like about the new, what I do like about
Okay.
the Xbox, what's the black one, the square one?
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah,
I don't
the
follow
fucking
Xbox.
One, not the Xbox One. It's the fucking Xbox X or something.
The Series X.
Yeah, that shit. What I like about that is, which I think they had something going for it, was I like the physical build. I think it was physically built better than PlayStation because not because of the shape, which I think I don't like the PlayStation console shapes have always been trash.
Yeah.
But what I like about the Xbox Series X is that it's modular. So if you want to replace the hard drive, the motherboard, or all that stuff, like you can do that.
PlayStation only did the thing where you can, I think you can replace anything on the PlayStation. However, the PlayStation I have, I bought it when it first came out. So you know how people were taxing you like $1,000 to get the damn PlayStation 5. I was a victim of paying $1,000, sure. But I only got like a 500 terabyte or 1 gigabyte.
It's like 500 terabytes. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
500 gigabytes. Sorry, like your old terabyte.
That guy's running NASA for fucking.
It's like I play a lot of games. Any game I see that I think is cool, I want to download it.
Interesting.
That 500 gigabytes wasn't enough for me, so they PlayStation 5 made a slot, like a actual slot for you to install an external inside of it.
Okay.
So installed the external. Now I have like 5 terabytes. I can just download for days.
I got a on my Xbox.
Hi, buddy.
That's right there. I have a something like it's like a little fucking hard drive that you plug into the back of it and it adds. Oh damn, my phone's right there.
He went into his cocoon again.
Yeah. Bubby boy. He's such a good boy.
I love your dog.
He's the best. He's the fucking best.
I think golden retrievers are probably the best dog breed. I'm not discriminating any other dog out there, but I'm just saying like golden retrievers, they're so like one of a kind.
I think there's a certain way you look at it, right? Like I think in general, I kind of agree with that. Like if you look at all dogs and you're just like, if you just need to pick one from a hat, like you should hope that you get a German. He's the worst. If we're out, he's the fucking worst. He's the literal worst. I think like the only way that you're gonna that like a golden retriever isn't the best is if like you need a different dog for something else. Like if you work on a farm, like you probably don't want a golden. You probably want a border collie.
Or like one of those dogs that like look like the Goldens, but like they're like kind of spotted in different colors, like a fox. I don't know what they're called. An Australian something.
Yeah, I'm not for like I don't know but you get you're catching my drift. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, or if you're a police officer, you obviously don't want a golden. If you want like a protective household, you don't want a golden. Like
You want like bigger dogs.
yeah, right. Or if you're allergic, you probably want a dog without the dander.
Like hyperallergenic dogs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I think for certain like uses, certain dogs are better than goldens, but I think like if you just in general, I think just goldens are the fucking best, dude.
Yeah, he's so freaking adorable, bro.
Because there's other dogs that are close, like huskies, but they're just so vocal. Huskies just like talk
Huskies.
much.
Huskies they're also nice, but
great.
they're different. Like huskies are huskies. Golden retrievers are golden. They have beautiful eyes.
Like they have like you could go on YouTube and just search up like husky talking or whatever, and just every husky's like, yeah, those like they just fucking.
And this guy hibernates under my leg. Yeah, every time I put my phone on, he just stops.
Make a sneak one for you.
Get it in there. Get it in there. Get it in there.
Camera thing there, right?
Yeah. Come on, dude. No.
I got no, no, I got it. I got two of them.
Let's go.
It's not clear. I think it was a little bit blurry, but it was.
See?
No.
Oh, you want to get out?
Personal space. Hold on, we're gonna take 2 minutes from the show. It's like not even close. But no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
That's how it be.
I hate how women judge us off our height. Oh, I don't want you because you're 5'3". Okay. It's like this 5'3" meat.
Yeah, take a picture of me with a Samsung. Trust me, I'm 5'9". Like, yeah, like
No. Put that sauce-word headband. That was a good one. No, yep, on Android, no, I'm definitely 5'9". You're just looking at it wrong. You need to get the...
you're just using the wrong camera. That's the fucking issue.
Here, you want to try my Meta glasses? Yeah, put these on.
Yeah, put these babies
on a little bit taller than usual.
This shit is too funny. Yeah, I don't know. Like, look, I will say this. Like, it's a really bad way to pick somebody. But I will, like, here's the thing though, man. It's relationship dynamics are so fucking weird because even if the standard by which you choose somebody is stupid, if at the end of the day you don't feel any passion for them, the relationship is dead.
Definitely dead.
Right? Like, because if you're like, okay, let's say you're like a woman, you're like, okay, fine, I won't pick somebody because of their height. Let me pick somebody because of their good personality. And it's like in 2 days, they're bored. You know, it's like, first of all, I will also say this. I genuinely don't think that they actually pick people because of their height. I'm convinced that people pick people like they know what they like when they see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's been times where I have standards for, what I like, but there's some girls that I see and I'm like, you don't really have a lot of things on my checklist, but like, I really like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. My thing is like, I have standards too, but like when I like somebody, I like them. Like if I just like happen to just, let's say I like only
sometimes
white girls and you turn out to be Dominican and you're really pretty and I don't know, something caught my eye and I'm on you, I like you. And just because I had standards doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. I think standards, I think the way I see it is they just serve as a baseline. And it's like, it's not the lowest point. Like people hear baseline and they think, okay, so that's your lowest. It's like, no. I have a checklist and here's what I prefer. But shit, I don't know. Some people have a certain pizzazz.
Yeah. So my thing is with us guys, we can have a type and date out of our type and do it because we feel an actual connection and we think we could work something out. Females, on the other hand, stick to their type. And if you don't meet those requirements, you won't even get the chance at day, which sucks. Like, you could be a really good guy, but because she wanted 5'9" and you're 5'3", with taking a picture on Android,
yeah,
she don't want you.
The perk of being scrawny, ugly, and broke and bald is that like when the perk. I know that's a really weird start to a sentence. The perk. Hold on. I didn't even finish the point. The good thing about being all those terrible things is that like.
Why is he just fleeing me so?
I'm not flaming because what I'm getting to is there's been moments and like I have friends as my witness. Trust me, I'm not like making shit up or like I'm just saying that like I recognize where I stand on the hierarchy of like what people or women prefer. But like sometimes I just say some shit and they'll like laugh like crazy or if you have a certain demeanor or if you say the right things, like if you play your cards right,
yeah.
Sometimes shit works out, and then I'm like, dude, why is this working? Like, this shouldn't be working. Like, no girl likes a bald, not no girl, but like, my hairline is so far back, it's in the 1700s. Like, You know, like, no, like, I shouldn't be attracting anybody, yet, like, when I go out, I promise you, like, I have witnesses, so, like, I'm not fucking bullshitting. I'll have times where it's like, I connect with certain people, you know, certain girls and shit, like, I'm like, I don't know, my point is that, like, I think you can defy certain standards if you play your cards right. I think certain guys just don't understand how the game is played.
They just try to adjust. You know, like I like you right now because you know you're yourself, and you know I don't like that you roasted yourself, but you know that like you accept what comes with it. So you know like where women in this society put you, and you're fine with that, but you're still gonna be yourself.
Right.
I can respect that 100%. What I can't respect is when men see where women put them and they try to act like something they're not.
Right.
You can't act like you're 6'5". You can't act like you're dominant. You can't act like you're a provider when you're not. You can't act acting. Just stop the acting.
Yeah.
Be you. Because the only way you're going to find true love is when you're yourself. Because if you act like somebody you're not, you're going to get in a relationship and give them false hope, and then you're going to crash. And now you're going to beat down yourself because you just lost a baddie.
Yeah.
But you pretended to be who she thought you were when you weren't that
Yeah.
person. So
Not to cut you off, but do sit a little bit closer.
yeah, I always lean back and start talking away.
That's why I was like I think you could probably even like move the arm out because what you just said was facts, and I'm hoping the mic.
I
I'm
genuinely
pretty sure
hope
the mic captured
it,
like
it probably did.
yeah. But yeah, no, because you're right, and it's so crazy because you said like you said two things, which was the same. You said the same thing two different ways, and I think people confuse the two because they hear a lot of guys, especially young guys, like they'll hear, you know, when you're approaching women, be yourself, and they're like, especially when I first heard that, or not first heard it, but when I kept hearing it for years, like, oh, be yourself. It's like, all right, that's so cheesy. Like, that's so cliche. Like,
Yeah.
what can I do with that's not useful information? Be yourself. But it's like, no. You have to think about it differently. And that's why I said you said the same thing twice, just with different words. The other way that you worded it was better, which was stop acting.
Yeah.
Like, that's the same thing as be yourself. It's the
Right.
same thing.
Well,
And that's why you said it, because it's like when you stop acting, your frame is shown as legit. And because guys, you have to understand. Now I'm talking to the camera, all right? Like, guys, you have to fucking understand. And this isn't like a women thing. This is a human being thing.
Facts.
People do not like being bullshitted. And when they are bullshitted, it takes time to uncover bullshit, and some people don't have that time or the patience to do that. Okay, so like, and then women, you have to understand now when you zoom in to the dynamic between men and women are the selectors, which means men are the chasers, and women have the list of selections. They're the ones with the options. So like, you can't expect them to decipher each individual personality, especially when human personalities are so nuanced and details. Like, that's too much information to go through for one human being to process. So women have to have these like defaults to like go through for men, which so like I always have my thing like modern women, I can go on all day about like what they're wrong about and what, you know, blah 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 blah. But it's like, to my fellow brethren, like, guys, like, you know, I'm kind of looking at you, but I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. Because I'm here.
If anything, out of the two of us, you're the one in a relationship. So you know, so I'm definitely not talking to you, but I'm talking with you, basically. But the point is when you like, I'm saying all this because what you said resonated with me, and actually that might be like even one of the more key points of this episode is like, because it goes even beyond dating dynamics. It's stop fucking acting, especially if you're not an actor. If you're not Matthew McConaughey, stop fucking acting.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Job interview, you know, talking to your parents, like, just stop acting. Like,
Strangers, other people.
People tend to forget that people today tend to forget that we're a culmination of hundreds of thousands of years of human evolution. If you think that the bullshit meter is like a thing we say and it's not like a biological aspect in how humans think, you're fucking wrong. Like humans have adapted for hundreds of thousands of years on how to decipher bullshit. And when somebody knows that you're bullshitting, it's off-putting. No matter how hot you are, if you have big tits, a six-pack, a big ass, a big dick, no matter what you have, yeah, okay, it might work at the club for a night.
Yeah.
But like if you want a meaningful relationship or long term or something fulfilling or something with high passion or maybe all of the above, like both parties, because this also goes for women, stop acting. Like
Yeah.
don't act. If you're trying to get a man, like stop acting. Be like,
I think it's the biggest problem. Like when you meet somebody, when you meet that person, like think about it. When you meet somebody, like it's called to meet. Like it's a meeting. You get to know each other. So if they like you based off just meeting each other, or you like each other based off meeting each other without even getting into detail about your life and standards and stuff like that, then you already won. But now if you get to this meeting and you start off with lies, oh, I make six figures, I own a supercar,
right.
I have a 9-inch penis, I have all these things, and now she finds out you don't have a supercar, you live with your mom. No, not you. You see, hey, what do you have him? That was a supercar. You live with your mom. You have a 3-inch penis on hard.
What you saying? Come on, Brian. You're gonna have to leave, bro. You're gonna have to leave. What you said really resonated. I mean, that really stuck with me. And honestly, that's something I'm probably gonna have to pocket, like in regards to like how I think about the idea. Because yeah, like I've always thought about, I'm the older brother of two younger brothers, right? And like
Yeah.
I've been put in situations where it's kind of like maybe not to them specifically, but like because of them, I have this like older brother mentality where like I'm trying to like teach people around me and also like learn so that way I can pass knowledge to teach and whatnot. And to my younger friends and brothers and all that stuff, like it's so easy for me to say like just be yourself, but it's like it's that's such a term that's so overused that I think it gets diluted. And I think we have to start wording it differently and thinking about, and what you literally said is it's why I'm still on the topic is like it's just stuck because stop acting is saying the same thing as be yourself.
Yeah.
Like that might be the fucking quote of the day. Like stop acting. Seriously.
I mean, I learned all that the hard way. Like I was on and off with this girl. I met her in 2019. It's 2025. We broke up twice, but and it's because like when I first met her, yeah, I was me. I was myself. But then she told me her standards and she told me what she wanted, and I started to act like that person, even when I wasn't that person. I started to, do those things that she wanted, you know. It got bad. I'll tell you when. It got bad when I started to do like, random flop. But it's literally, I swear it's common courtesy. Like it's just the bare minimum. But flowers, like, always checking up on her mentally, having a conversation with her and stuff like that. And even doing bigger things like taking her on dates and, you know, just I was acting like a man when I was only 19 years old or 18 years old. I don't have a dad.
Yeah.
I learned all this by myself. So the only way for me to learn is by going through mistakes. I learn from my mistakes and get better every single time. So the thing is, like, I started to do things that she wanted that I knew I couldn't do. So then when I did it and I stopped doing it, everything went bad. Like, I'm talking like she's telling me, like, you don't do this anymore. You used to be this. You used to do that. And I'm going to be true for you. I'm going to be straight up honest. It's because I was acting. Like, I was acting like somebody I wasn't to make her happy. And because I couldn't do the acting anymore, I wanted to be myself. I got comfortable and I wanted to be myself and it fell.
And
That's how we
the
broke up.
switch was so drastic that, like, it was noticeable and uncomfortable.
It was so noticeable. It made her mad. It made her like upset. She cried, emotional, and we separated. And then, like, when we got back together, I told her like the truth. Like, I was acting like somebody wasn't, but I don't want to act anymore. Like, I want to, I really want to do it. Like, I want to take care of what you want. I want to, meet your standards. So,
Which is such a crazy thing because, like, the whole point of what not the whole point, the whole underlying idea between of what you just said is like you were like the whole reason you were acting was for her, so it wasn't like you were being an asshole or whatever. Like
right.
you were taking her feelings and thoughts into account. It just didn't work, and that's why like the whole stop acting thing is so profound, because it's like it's not a matter of checking the boxes. It's, are you a bullshitter? Like, and it's
Yeah.
so crazy how things. Now I'm curious, like what was it that like got y'all back together twice? I'm kind of like curious as to like what.
Honestly,
I,
it
I'm not. Don't tell me any details that you
no,
tell me,
I'll
but like
I don't mind because it was a learning process for me too. Like it took so long for me to like come to my senses.
because if anybody ever sees this, and like it resonates with them, I want
Yeah.
to be able to
So
know.
we we got back together because we realized that like even through like all like the mess ups and like all the false hopes and all that stuff, we knew that we knew each other so well that we knew what each other wanted. And we came to the conclusion where we compromised and said, all right, like, you do this and I'll do this and we'll be happy together. So if you can meet my needs just like how I want them, and I can meet your needs just like I know you want them, we can be together.
Or chilling.
And that's what's going on right now. All she asked for is literally what the bare minimum is.
And now, because you said it happened twice.
The first time, it was false hope. The first time I said, all right, I'll do it. I didn't do it. We broke up again because
So it was the same reasoning, but you actually did what you were supposed to do on the second.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
on the third time around.
yeah, on the third time around, I was like, actually, like, all right, like I was bullshitting before, like I was just comfortable, like,
Which makes sense because now you're older at this.
Yeah, now
You're
now I'm
older.
22, or 23. I'm matured now. I'm like, yo, like no more games.
Yeah.
Like I know what you want, and we're gonna do it this time. Like we're not gonna joke around.
Yeah.
It's the real deal. Like I'm gonna push you to do your career, and as she is, like
Yeah.
school, like jobs coming. Me too. Like I'm gonna go back to school, finish that up, make more money, and we're gonna do it together because we know we want to be together.
Yeah.
So if you find your person, like I would always like recommend somebody, if you find that person and you can work out that person, just sacrifice anything you could. Like the only thing I ever sacrificed was time with friends. Like I spent a lot of time with my friends and you're such
He's like, "Do you want another friend?"
yeah. I spent a lot of time with my friends and that's who that's who I was before. He doesn't stop. He just wants more. I spent a lot of time with my friends. That's who I was before I met her. Like I was like all about my friends. Like we had each other's back like every day. When one of us didn't have money, somebody else had money. It was one of those things. That I met her and I pushed them all away.
And
So
how did, I mean, aside from like, I mean, pushing people away is never.
yeah, I didn't necessarily push them away. It just kind of drifted away through time. But they knew. Like the boys are always gonna know. They're like, you know what, you were happy, bro. You are happy. Things are gonna work out. I hope you and her make it. Like talk to me whenever, or let's go to the bar whenever. Let's go hang out.
Ah, well, that's different then. That's. I guess that's not really. Yeah, that's not really like pushing away, because sometimes time is the thing that pushes people away.
Yeah. So I guess it was just the time that pushed them away, because it took so much time for me to get on track with her that like I didn't have time for them. But bro, the homies always understand, bro.
Yeah, but and it makes sense because, and I think about this quite often, because my situation is I like, it's not that I've stopped looking for my somebody, but I've had some experiences that just don't give me a lot of hope, at least from my perspective, like for me, right? Like I can't like project how I feel about certain dynamics and people onto other people because everybody's lives are different.
Yeah.
People have different resources. Other people have different emotions, have different patience levels, temperaments, etc. So like everything, my opinion on dating dynamics is just for me. And what I see is like I haven't really found my person. Even though I'm looking, I've drastically slowed down. I've probably cut my like look rate to like 90, like by 95%.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well,
It's one of those things where like I'm just kind of stepping back. Like my thing is right now, I want to prioritize this guy literally right here.
yeah.
This is my guy. I want to prioritize my show. And then what I've noticed is um over like the past like year and a half that I've probably been, because I've had him for 2 years. I started the show probably like maybe like a year and a half ago, something like that. I think I could be wrong about that. But that's the rough window. And what I've noticed is as I'm naturally doing my thing, there's
Yeah.
actually been like a few, none that like that draw my attention, but like slowly but surely there's been like a few like women that are like piqued the interest that like I'm interested in with this. It's kind of like, okay, maybe if I keep what I'm doing long enough, things will just come to me, right? Then there's the second part of it though, which is
Yeah.
the part that kind of scares me, which is, and I admit my fear in this. As a man, I admit my fear, which I consider as an actual fear, is that I do commit to my own life so much that I actually miss the boat on a potential person that I can be with. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like because it's a give or take. It's like before nothing worked out because all my focus was on finding somebody. Now
Yeah.
I said, okay, I'm not finding anybody. I'm not gonna look. I'm just gonna do my own thing, and then doing my own thing will attract certain people even outside of dating. So it'll just attract people,
Yeah. It's cool. A lot of people.
like collaborators, people who want to work with me or whatever. It'll just like right now, like out of all the people that we worked with at Lawn Doctor, it's like, you're the one that's here sitting at the show. So like in a way that pulled you in to here. And I think that same effect zooming out on the dating world is kind of what I'm getting at is like, I think over time as I do this, it's going to attract certain people and bring them, it's going to gravitate, maybe not attract, it'll gravitate
Yeah.
people in my bubble.
I get your idea.
Now it's my job to take note of who's within this bubble, and then like that's my selective circle. And I'm scared that like I'm going to miss that because of my focus on this.
I see you exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of yapping a bit, but like
No, but what? No, like you're yapping, but like you're not yapping and saying the same thing. You're literally getting into detail, into detail, into detail.
right.
Like you're literally closing in on your statement. I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna lie. Like usually stuff like this, like being yourself, like transitioning from looking for people, that like it was a waste of time. Like you're looking for something that you could find or you can't find, and you're not prioritizing yourself. You're not prioritizing this guy right here or like this. The fact that you're doing all this right now is gonna bring in so much more people than myself. Like yeah, like you said, like we were all right.
You said no fucking stop.
Yeah, we literally had a conversation one time at work. We both connected. We talked
Yeah.
about. We had the same like thought process, and was like, "Yo, let's get on a show together. Let's talk it out." Here we are. I feel like you're gonna pull in somebody, and this right here, like this is. I know legacy is a big word, but this could be your legacy right here,
Right.
and this is how you're gonna pull somebody in. You're gonna meet somebody based off doing stuff that you love,
Yeah.
and that's how you're gonna fall in love.
So what I found, especially when I first started, before I even like recorded an episode, because it's not like I recorded an episode and then I'm like, okay, I'm a podcaster. No. Like the way I have a tendency to romanticize a lot of things about life. And so a lot of the things that like I live and experience, I've kind of already experienced them preemptively in my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like one day I woke up, turned on the mic, recorded an episode, and then called myself a podcaster. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, no, I'm a podcaster because I have all this stuff. And then it just took me like such a long time to record my first episode.
Yep.
And so, like, in my mind, I'm a writer, I'm a podcaster before I even wrote and did a podcast. So, like, when I, if you gotta take that, by the way, I'll go.
I don't ever answer. It's 12:24. I don't answer. Don't go after 12. Oh, I like that rule. I like that. Look, I heard that. No. Silent.
It felt really awkward when people asked me, or not people, because I only stopped doing my search for my person recently, you know, within the past like 2 or 3 years, I kind of stopped. And it's been within the past 2 or 3 years that I'm like, I've had to take this segue of like, I don't like what I'm doing in my life. I want to be somebody else because I'm living a lie. I'm acting. I'm literally acting. It's not even like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why that resonated with me so much, because it's kind of like I was so frustrated with life because of how much I was acting. And I'm like, and then whenever I talk to women and they'd say like, oh, like, what do you do? And I would tell them what I do.
But you'd add a little spice, maybe.
It's that. And I knew that whatever I was doing wasn't going to last forever. So, like, I had to make sure that, like, they knew that, because I didn't want to switch up on them. Because switching up on people, exactly like how you said, it didn't help your relationship. Even if it's with good intentions.
Right. It's still bad.
The switch up, it just catches people off drift. And it's like,
just think about a train on track. You change the direction, the train goes off track.
Even if the track is bad, if it goes off track, the train crashes.
Right. Even if the next track you get on is a faster route, you're falling off track.
Lord, baby. Amen, bro.
I swear, like,
fucking facts.
It took me so much time to like understand this. And I think it was because I got older quicker. And it's also the not having a dad, not having a role model to teach me these things.
Yeah.
Bro, I started listening to podcasts. I'm on one right now. I started watching TED Talks. I started listening to what everybody else had to say, and I took it in my own way and just adapted to it.
And it's so crazy how, like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, because I sort of started doing the same thing. I've slowed down. Even though I'm a musician, I've stopped like listening to music, if that kind of makes sense. I'm not saying like I don't listen to any music. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I kind of transitioned from that into like, okay, let me take more information, exactly what you're saying, from the world. Like, what do individual people have to say about their experience with their life? What do they know? What do they don't know? Because sometimes you could tell what somebody doesn't know.
Yeah.
They'll tell you what they think they know, but they don't. So anyway, but that's besides the point. The point is like taking in all this information. You're like, okay, like now that it's more useful than entertainment per se. Because some podcast shows are entertainment, but not all. A lot of them are also informative, not entertainment.
Yeah.
Sort of like what I want to be, a little bit of both with my show, because I think information always will outweigh the entertainment. I think the entertainment serves as more of a hook.
Threw me off.
Oh, Stir ended his stream. Yo, Stir, fire stream. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, I don't know. It was this like, I've been in this like transition because I'm 29 right now. So I'm at this point in my life where I'm like, it does so far.
Like, what the fuck, bro? He's got a hairline on. I'm like, damn.
Oh, no wonder his hairline is so far back.
I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to speak or say nothing, but my head said, damn. I let my head win. I didn't try to do nothing.
This guy, bro.
Hey, you're young. I'm sorry. God, but it's fucking with you.
Jokes aside, it's basically like what I said. I was like, damn. All this stuff, 29. I'm 30. For all intents and purposes, I'm 30. Right? Like I'm less than like 300. I'm less than 200 days away from fucking being 30. You know what I'm saying? So I'm bad at math, so it's like 200 something. But so I'm like, I'm my life. The drastic change in thought process started at 28. The life changes that I've started to make in regards to my ambitions started at like 26.
You're back.
Yeah, he had to take a bite out of his bone.
Yeah,
I could
all right.
hear him in the background.
Okay, thank you.
Stiff. I had a situationship that lasted from like 2021 to about 25, like years.
Yeah.
Not sorry, years old.
Years old.
Imagine a situationship that lasted 21 years. That'd be terrible. But you got the zoomies.
Yo, he gets the zoomies for a second and then it goes away.
Yeah, it goes away. Hey, sit. Hey, stop. And so, unfortunately, it like looking back on it, it was a situationship. But in the moment, during those years, I was trying to make it something serious, and I spent my entire personality, like all my energy, like on that, and man, that was a fucking letdown, dude. And I have no hate for her, but man, actually, as a matter of fact, what breaks my heart about it all is that like it's all love, not hate. Like it was all love, and it's just like, damn, like that was the one thing I really wanted, I wanted to have that dynamic with her, but it just didn't work out. Just it is what it is. And at the end of the day, I ended up with nothing, especially no resources. And I'm like, and that was at 25. Then after about like a year and some change at like 26, I'm like, really started to think about things like, all right, let me start changing shit. And that's when I'm like, maybe I should just focus on my creative work and whatnot. But because I didn't know what to do, and because I was like so scared of like looking like a fool, it took me a while to like just put things into action, even though I had all these ambitions of like writing, my podcast, music. It was mostly music, but like I had all these like ideas and it's like all that stuff was slowed down.
I think what really happened is you just started to be you. That's literally all it is. You stopped acting. You stopped trying to force shit that you knew you couldn't control, whether how hard you tried or not, and you decided to do stuff you could control, which essentially you stopped acting and you became yourself.
And that's why, like, when you said that, like it's so funny because in the moment you were like saying it to make a point, but like it immediately like caught in my brain because I'm like, oh, that was it. And this is the other reason, as a side note, why I like doing the show, because it's not the first time. I've only had like, I think you're like the 5th total guest that I've had. Already, I've like learned something from each and every one of you guys. And it's like what adds to because at the end of the day, let's say, I mean, I don't get 0 views, thank God, but like, if I only got 0 views, like literally nothing,
yeah,
I personally have gotten something from each and every episode. And that's where I'm like, damn, I've gotten something from each. I've gotten more from these episodes than any relationship dynamic I've had, real dating dynamic that I've had in my entire life.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was like, maybe I should just start focusing on the podcast and my creative work.
I think it's a really good idea. Because like you said, like the more people you meet, the more you know, the more you learn, and the more it helps you,
Big time.
It doesn't matter if you blow up or not. Like you could stay small. You could stay a small streamer for the rest of your life.
A lot.
Yeah, but the fact that you're this open to talking and you have other people who are willing to talk with you, that's a lot. I'd rather that than fake bullshit, or just me sitting here acting, or me sitting here going through, having people come on and just talk about shit that they don't know or don't even go through.
Because that's what was killing me. Because underneath of it all, what was bothering me
Stop it. Stop it.
No.
Okay. All right.
All right.
You can say it, but just chill.
I know you don't mind it, but I don't want him to learn that like
That he can jump on the table, yeah.
um
All right, dude.
there was a point that I was trying to make. Zohan, you fucking distracted me, dude.
Come on. Dude.
Zoomies, I know, Bobby. I know. I know like half of this episode is just him with the zoomies.
Yeah. He's had 3 episodes of the Zoomies already.
But no, I mean again, I can't put enough emphasis on it. That's why it like struck me so much. It like struck a chord when it said stop acting, because when people say be yourself, as much as I believe in that, and as much as I want to say that to people, I see this thing going. My volume might have been really high this whole fucking time. As much as I want to say that to people, like, oh, just be yourself, I know that if I say that to somebody, it's going right over their head.
Yeah, because you're not clicking. Like, they're hearing the same thing everybody else says. So they think it's meaningless, you know? It's just something. Yeah, it's just something that everybody says just to say it.
It's like what you see on a fucking bathroom stall written in a fucking Sharpie. Like, yeah,
Just be yourself.
call this number if you want to suck my dick. Like it's just so cliche. Yeah, that's why like I'm probably gonna start using that term more. It's like just stop acting as to replace the term be yourself. And then shit, if best case scenario, if that catches on in 30 years from now, there's gonna be another saying that's gonna have to replace stop acting. Because stop acting probably works so well that like it gets diluted over time, and it's just like this rinse and repeat process.
And it's fair because everything gets diluted at some point, you know?
At some point, exactly.
So there's always going to be new terminology. So maybe like stop acting will turn into like start.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything yet because it hasn't come up yet, but
I'm curious, this is also going to be off topic, and it's not that I've had the same issue, because even though we kind of made the joke that like, you know, living with mom, I'm living with my pops.
yeah.
Same shit, different toilet, really.
But same shit, different toilet. I haven't heard that in a long time. Oh, you playing the guitar, dude.
Zohan, you already get enough bitches. You don't have,
Yeah, you don't need to play the guitar as a golden retriever. Relax.
I'm already having trouble, dude. Like, you don't have to take everybody away from me.
It's like we literally gained 3 off this video and you stole them.
Like, when we go to the park, he gets all the bitches, bro. Like, it's this guy.
Hey, look at him.
He's such a womanizer.
He's a hoe.
When we go to the vet, he's like the one dog that loves the vet, bro. Because all
everybody hates the vet.
Because all the nurses are like these cute girls.
Oh man.
And he's like, and he gets all this attention. And he's
look at you. Look at you.
Such a womanizer. And I'm like, Zohan, save me some, bro.
Right. Save some for me.
He's like, they're all for me.
He's like, get your own, dude.
Get your own. And I'm like, oh, I can't.
And he's like, clearly they're here to pet me, not you. So
I'm like, Zohan, I'm focusing on my show, buddy. I can't. But yeah, no. Jokes aside, because you mentioned this one thing like 2 or 3 times already. I'm just curious because even though I haven't dealt with the exact same thing,
yeah,
I've dealt with something similar, which is like the parental thing. You said that like you don't have a dad, and like if you don't want to talk about anything,
no, we can.
But like I want to know like what effect that's had on you and like what you got going on, and
it.
I don't know, I don't really have a specific question. It's just something that caught my attention about what you said.
Yeah, so I can literally just the most basic comment as possible that I can get into depth about my life. Like,
yeah,
me not having a dad affected me in so many ways because it affected me about how I look at women, how I get women, how I treat women. Bro, I had to learn everything. I had to learn how to drive a car by myself or like from another, person who learned from their dad. I had to learn how to throw a ball with a friend because I didn't have a dad. It's like doing all that kind of made me like independent in a sense. So that I don't ever, I guess like it's wrong for me to blame it and say like blame some of the things I do because I don't have a dad. However, I'm glad I don't have a dad. Like, I kind of embraced it, like the same way like you would accept the fact that, ow, those are my balls. The same way
You didn't have any kids, so you're not going to be your dad.
same way you kind of accept the fact that, like, you just stop acting, you focus on yourself and just be real with yourself. Is the same way I accept the fact that I don't have a dad, and I'm kind of blessed I don't, because I got to learn. I wouldn't be with the same thought process if I did have a dad, because maybe I would have been taught differently. But the way I am today is because of me, because I use resources, because I reach out to people, or I use other people's words of advice and I just put it into my own. Yeah.
So that's always been interesting to me because like even though like I've had my dad was in the obviously I live in his house, so like he's in the picture, but my parents got divorced when I was 8,
Yeah.
and which is really young. Um but since then, basically like from the age of 8 to about the age of like 20, I want to say. So basically like 12 years, I spent most of my time living with my mom, who had all these like guys like coming
In our house,
yeah,
same thing.
you know what I'm saying? And it's just like my mom's choice in men was not always that great. And so it's kind of like fucked. And like I learned how to I'll say like I'm blessed in the sense that like I wasn't like beat every night or whatever. Like there are some blessings and shit like that, but there are some things where I'm just kind of like I look back on them and I'm like I do resent them, which is kind of a strange thing because they weren't my fault. Like,
Yeah.
I had no control of it, so I always try to like become aware of the fact that like I had no stake in it, because sometimes I have this like grudge and resentment that like which resentment comes from something. How can I word this properly? There's like a feeling of something close to like guilt. It's not guilt exactly, but it feels like I had something to play in. It's not what it is, but it's like, because when you're guilty of something, that means like you did something directly affecting the negative consequence. So that's what I'm saying, it's like guilt. It's not guilt, it's just like it. But anyways, so like, and it's probably due in part of the fact that like I was the older brother.
Yeah.
I was the eldest son. So it's kind of like a lot of the house did kind of sort of I don't even know how to word this properly. But anyways, like whenever things would go south between my mom's boyfriends and I, like, or between my mom's boyfriends and me or my brothers, it was up to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, because you're the oldest.
the oldest. And so, and whenever my mom's relationships didn't work out and she was sad, the emotions and stuff like that would be dumped onto me. Whenever the guys got angry, it would be dumped onto me. So it was like it felt like even though everybody else was doing their whole thing with life, it was like all the trash was being thrown at me.
Yeah.
And so, like, I was never like beat or anything, but it was like, I mean, I got beat once, but I deserved it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. It wasn't a traumatic moment because trust me, I deserved it. But there was a time where it was just kind of like, damn, like, I don't know. As a kid, it was hard to comprehend it, and so that's why, like, when you say that, when you mention those things when briefly, I was like, I'm just kind of curious how those things went for you, because in my life, it was very obscure. When you're a kid, you can't understand shit 100%.
But when you get older, you do.
When you get older, you do. But the issue is that when you're older, the things aren't happening anymore.
Yeah, they used to happen. And all you have are like just moments like of remembering.
And the best time to understand something is when it's happening.
Yeah.
So if you're understanding something when it's no longer happening, then it's almost like the understanding, it's not that it doesn't matter, but it doesn't serve any use.
Yeah, but then some people like hold that, and like they hold it as a grudge, like all the shit they received when they were younger, they take it into their adult life and they never release it. So they live on with these problems where like they can repeat Like you can get into a relationship and you can repeat the same actions that the same bullshit that was thrown at you. You can have in your next relationship thrown at your kids because you never got over it. You know, that's why it's always best to like kind of like recap. Go whatever trauma you have.
Yeah.
Trauma is never. It's not only bad things. It could be, just anything that happened is trauma that you remember that you can't let go. That's trauma.
Right.
So I feel like when you transfer or not transfer, but when you grow up and turn into an adult, you have to let go of that trauma, so you can then build your family and have a slight great relationship without any complications.
That's basically what it is. I mean, because even though I'm aware of my situation, of my life situation, it's what you say makes sense because I mean I don't know how else to word it up because you just worded it pretty well yourself. Like
Yeah,
I don't hold grudges because I've noticed that like they just take too much energy, and I have pretty bad ADD, so like it's kind of hard for me to hold even if like I want to hold a grudge. Sometimes I'm like, oh shit, look at that,
oh
I
shit.
just get distracted,
Oh
Sorry,
shit. Oh look, it's the dog. He's just smiling. Yeah. Oh, so what am mad about?
yeah, so it's what I do is I kind of just like detach myself from what I think is going to be a stressing point. So like I don't really like talk to my mom's side of the family anymore because I'm like I know that every time I've had an interaction with anybody from that side of the family,
Yeah.
it turns into stress. So I just say, okay, that side of the family equals stress. Okay, if I want to eliminate stress, eliminate that side of the family. Like is it right or wrong? I don't know, but I will say that like in regards to did it eliminate that stress from that side? Yes. However, what you said is that shit. You don't. I might be paraphrasing what you said, kind of badly because I'm three Trulies in now, but but basically, like yeah, like I'm because of the shit that I went through as a kid. I'm finally just now getting like since I was 25, I'm now 29, so it's only 4 years
Yeah.
that I've been truly able to like look at shit for my life and kind of really understand it. And so it's all kind of new to me. And so I'm going through this moment. I'm like, damn, like it all kind of adds up, like I can't find, because we were talking about relationship dynamics,
Yeah.
finding our person. And it kind of like all adds up. I'm like, okay, it kind of all makes sense now because I don't want to impose the life that I had on somebody that I want to be with. And if best case scenario, if I'm with somebody and I have kids with them, I don't want to impose that same lifestyle on them.
Yeah.
I don't want to choose a bad woman that I end up leaving. And then those kids are stuck with this crazy woman. Because basically what happened to me, my dad fucked some crazy chick and now she's my mother.
And now she's like, and that's how I met my mother.
Oh, it's so hi. And it sucks because I don't want him.
Oh,
Hey,
not again.
all right.
You're gonna get in trouble.
But all that's to say, that's kind of why I was curious, why I had to ask about your situation. Because yeah, like all those thoughts that I just kind of yapped about is what popped up into my head when you say things like that, especially when you say it after something like stop acting. You're saying these things that resonate with me and that might resonate with somebody else, and then you followed up by briefly combing over something that you've been through in your life, and it's like, okay, I'm putting two to two together, and so I had to ask about it.
Yeah, and the best way that I got through it is by accepting it. Like, it's not trauma to me. Oh my god, dude.
Me.
The way I got through it is by literally letting it go. Like, I'm gonna get into detail again. Like, I had the biggest beef with my mom ever because at some point, like, she did have a boyfriend and he did hit me. And I was too young and weak to fight back.
Yeah, sorry to hear
But
about that.
no, it's okay because that's why I'm the youngest son. I have a bigger brother, and he stepped up, and it was also really good to like, uh, I like when I was younger, my bigger brother was more dominant. Like he protected me, but he drifted his life away to like the wrong things, and now it's like I'm looking after him. So I
Mm.
feel like I owe it back to him anyways because
Yeah, cool.
he did so much for me. You know, like he took ass whoopings for me. You know, he stopped ass whoopings for me. He fought back for me. And like if my brother was there, I wasn't getting hit. No way.
Yeah.
And like it was more abuse than discipline because it would a discipline is when you have to do it for a reason, you know, like you're disrespecting your child's disrespecting you
You're
or
adding
something like that.
food to chaos.
Yeah. And it's different when you're just doing it because you're just drunk
That you could do.
or just doing it just for the fuck of it, you know? So yeah, my brother just he always handles stuff like that. But I forgave my mom. Moral of the story, the little like the actual point of that was I had a grudge on my mom because she could have stopped it and she didn't. She allowed this person to stay around and do that to me. So I I had that grudge on her since I was like 18 years old. And then I met my girlfriend and I spoke to her and she told me like the only way to get through it is to go through it. Like
You said you spoke to who?
my girlfriend.
You're okay.
So that she said the only way to get through it is to go through it.
Mm.
So I asked her like elaborate, what do you mean? She's like, okay, so if you want to put your trauma past you, you need to be able to forgive your mom. So I forgave her. So like I had trauma from that and I forgave my mom and it was no longer an issue for me.
And now what
Gone.
was that moment of forgiveness? Because like it's so easy for somebody to say, no, I forgive you. But like I don't think the words like
So
I think forgiveness, before you answer that, I think forgiveness is more of like an actionary thing rather than just like saying the sentence I
yeah. Yeah. So the way that this played out was I spoke to my mom and I told her everything that was happening from my POV rather than hers. So, and you're gonna understand how this all played out. Um, she listened. She didn't talk. She didn't say anything when I was speaking. She let me talk. She said what she had to say, and I understood her POV. She said she was scared, like, and I respect it, you know. But at least say something to me when I'm younger about it, you know, like when I'm young.
We're scared too.
Yeah, I was scared too, and I thought she's just watching it around. So if I'm young, I don't have a dad. You know, I'm mom, you're my dad at this point, you know? Say something to me.
Parent.
Yeah, like you gotta reassure me. You have to comfort me. Like that's your job as a mom. And you're supposed to be my dad too.
Nurturing.
So she finally said that I was scared and it was because like, dude, he was stronger than her. And this is like gonna turn, I'm telling you. The way it played out was my mom started to fight back. So when I was 18, he went away when I was 18, but it happened in this way. So my mom fought back. She said like he's grown. You're not gonna put your hands on him. Don't touch my son, stuff like that. Then he put his hands on my mom. And that's when it was like it was bad. Bigger brother stepped in, I stepped in. Bro, my mom was like she was unconscious. So it was like one of those things.
Gave me chills, bro.
Yeah, it was like one of those things where you gotta act now. He was like, when I saw my mom fight back for me, like that's how I forgave her. Because no matter how scared she was, bro, she put her life in front of like for me. No, that's how I forgave my mom. I will never be able to say I would never forgive her. I forgave my mom that day. And when I was younger, I never told my mom I love her. Ever. After I turned 18, like when I was 18 years old and she made him go away and we moved and changed our entire life, bro, I literally will never stop talking about my love her.
Wow.
I tell her all the time, I love her.
Hey man. Wow.
It was a drastic, and that's how I forgave her. Like this is all true shit.
That's unbelievable. Like, look, I'm literally getting fucking chills, bro. Like,
Yeah, this is all like
it is.
this is all like real. Like every single word is real. Like nothing was a skit.
Yeah, no, I believe it. I believe it.
Like and a lot of people go through that too. Like a lot of people that could be watching this go through that and they'll never say it. But like, dude, everything will get better eventually. Like I said, it all starts with forgiving and accepting shit. Like I accepted the fact that I didn't have a dad. I let that go. And I forgave my mom. And when I like confronted my mom about it, she put her life on the line and she did what she had to do for her kid.
It's so strange because like, and this is why I was so curious to ask about like what the process was forgiveness for you, because on my side, neither, like I'm aware. I mean, I could go on for hours what the details are, as to why, because both my parents have issues with their fathers, and um I can, it's very easy to tell that neither one of my parents forgive their fathers.
And that's where the problem.
And like, I never learned what forgiveness was. I know the word, I know how to say it, I know when to use it. And I've had moments within like my friend group where like I've fucked up and they've shown me forgiveness, and they fucked up, and I'm like, okay, so I think like this is what actual forgiveness is, because I genuinely forgive them. I'm like, okay, okay, so that's what that is. But like, when it comes to a parental, I think the dynamic between a parent and child is incredibly different than like a friend, forgiving a friend or forgiving your brother or whatever, or vice versa, because the dynamic is just different. Like, I think you kind of touched upon it. Like, yeah, your brother was kind of your protector, but realistically, it's the parents who should be doing that.
Right.
Off rip, on paper. I'm not making any
No, go ahead.
like, on paper, your dad should be in the picture.
Yes.
Like all the other stuff wouldn't have happened if
He was there.
if he was there. So like, that's that. And then like, past that, your mom, who obviously, as you just said, inevitably did what she did, but like, that should have been done sooner. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's all these things where like, I don't know, the parental dynamic, that's what makes a parent so powerful. It's
Like, a parent has the power to change anything.
everything, bro.
Your father can change everything that had happened in your life, and your mother can change everything that happened in your life. If they both did or didn't do something, a lot of things could be different.
Exactly. And so I never learned, to this day, neither one of my parents forgive their parents. And I see it in action. I see it in literal action. And so I'm like, I'm almost 30, and I'm like, bro, I still haven't even seen my own parents. And so it's so like, that's why, like, I when you say that shit to you, it might seem something, I don't want to say trivial, because it's not trivial, but it's like, you've kind of already lived it. You've put it behind you. Part of forgiveness is putting stuff behind you. So like,
Right.
you, it's kind of like, all right, it's back there.
Yes, it's not a drag on me.
For me, it's like, I'm seeing my family and myself like just still carry this fucking weight. And it's like, can I stop carrying this now, please? And it's like, as much as I try to let it go, I'll like let it go, and then it's like stuck to my belt. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, it's like one of those things that, I forgot what term people use, but it's like one of those things that like, you like, I don't know. You ever know, that Velcro like little thing you throw a ball at, like the little hand thing you throw a Velcro ball at? It's like you're throwing the ball away, but the ball still stuck. See, it's still there. It's not going anywhere. It's still stuck.
The intention of getting rid of it.
Yeah, you can throw it as far as you want, but it's still stuck to the
fucking
like,
right there.
Doesn't matter how hard you throw it, it's there.
Yeah.
The only way to get rid of it is to take it off and throw it with your other hand.
Unfortunately, my family hasn't been through that moment of like, because that's why I can know everything about forgiveness. Like, even the way I phrased the question, I'm like, I know what you went through wasn't about words.
Yeah.
It wasn't just saying the sentence, I forgive you, and then you went on to tell the story. Like, no, this is what happened. There was some event that actually happened that changed my perspective, and that actually led me to forgiveness. And that, like, my family did not go through that.
Yeah, it was more the feeling than the saying. It's like the actual action behind forgiveness versus just the word.
Exactly.
The verbal word of
the closest thing that I've gotten to it, and that I'm trying to get to, because from my perspective, I just don't see a future where my parents forgive their parents. And so the closest thing that I see is Christianity. You know what I'm saying? It's the closest thing that I have where, Christ died for our sins, which is, it's a story that has many meanings, but one of the meanings within that story is forgiveness. It's the ultimate forgiveness. And whether somebody believes in Christianity or not, whether that's your thing or it's somebody else's thing, or it's not your thing or it's not somebody else, it's like, regardless of all that, even if it's like beyond the metaphysical, it's like to me, it's the closest thing that I've seen to an overarching forgiveness. And it's kind of like, all right, well, if I strive for that, maybe and it sort of works because what it's allowed me to do is it's allowed me to avoid unnecessary battles, which is what I've noticed that's the thing that's depleted my resources in my life. Because nowadays I just feel tired. I feel
Yeah.
very tired. And that tiredness is coming from the fact that like I've had all these battles and arguments and fights and shit like that growing up. It's like I'm just so fucking sick of it.
I like the terminology. I like the way you're wording that.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like now I'm just choosing my battles and I'm trying to keep the quantity of battles to the minimum. And it's because of Jesus Christ. Whether somebody thinks I'm crazy for saying that, whatever. Again, that's a battle I will not choose.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
in and of itself, it's like I'm not gonna fight you if you don't believe me or if you think I'm crazy. I don't have the energy to fight you.
One thing I learned is like you don't ever diminish somebody based off what they believe.
Because you don't know what the fuck they've been through. You know what I'm saying?
There are like people may not believe that I know what actual forgiveness is or I've been through forgiveness, but
like
everybody won't know the story. They don't know my backline. So
to me, it's kind of like an anomaly to hear somebody. It's not that I've never heard somebody go through actual forgiveness, but you know, to sit down and to speak to somebody that like went through it, and for them to tell me a pretty serious story on what forgiveness was for them, because that's not a that's not like a happily ever after type of forgiveness. Like some shit fucking went down for that.
yeah,
Forgiveness. It wasn't like, here's some fucking roses. Do you forgive me? It's like, no, like
right.
somebody put
It took a lot of
their hands on your mother.
yeah, it took a lot of courage.
Yeah.
You know, like it took bit brave. Someone was brave, like my mom. I swear to God, like if I could say something, I would say my mom turned into a superhero that day,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Do it to me instead," and then
Yeah.
it got done to her, and then, oh, holy shit, what do we do?
And it's so crazy because like being the superhero doesn't always mean like winning the fight. It's like,
Yeah, it just means
it's so crazy, not to cut you off, but it's literally what you said. I think it was like midway through the show. It's like, what are you willing to sacrifice? It was regarding the, dating women, but like even back to this, it's like, what are you willing to sacrifice? And then what you're willing to sacrifice is the hero, is the heroic part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because again, even on my side, again, this
yeah,
is why I say Christianity is the closest thing that I have to it. You have an actual story that happened in your house,
yeah,
but Jesus Christ, he sacrificed his life twice.
Twilight.
He died once and then he got resurrected. He died to it. You know, he sacrificed his life for everybody's sins, both good people and the bad. And it's kind of like, damn, like it's not like he beat the hero.
Right,
Or sorry, it's not like he beat the bad guy. It's not
right.
it's not like he faced him on a 1v1, beat him, and then like a David and Goliath story. It's like, no, he fucking died. He lost. At the end of the day, Jesus, in a weird way, lost the fight.
He lost the fight, but he like theoretically won. You know, like
Exactly.
he won in a way that he was able to accept. You know, and I'm not like I don't know about. I'm not gonna say I'm a non-believer.
Yeah.
I'm unknowledged. I don't know anything about it, but I do know like it took bravery for him to do that, and he was smart up here to do what he did.
Yeah.
You know, he had the idea, and he was willing to die with the fact of what he knew.
Yeah.
So,
Well, a lot of people misunderstand like what a sin is, and I think the best way to think of what a sin is, because people hear Jesus died for our sins and they think like, all right, what the fuck does that mean? Like,
yeah,
and sin, the word sin, my favorite thing, one of my favorite facts of all time is the word sin is an old archery term for missing the mark. So it's not like what those crazy religious people say, like if you sin you go to hell, or like sin is like murder or some shit. Like, no, sometimes you just miss the mark in life. Sometimes you just miss the mark. And Jesus said, that's all right.
That I didn't know that.
That's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It that just fucks my head up.
right? That's the same effect that like sin
So
just means to miss the mark. And Jesus said, "It's okay if you miss." And he died for that. And it's like,
bruh.
and your story is a different version of that. Like your mom, according to what you said, from what I'm understanding, is like your mom admits the fact that she missed the mark.
Yeah.
And one day she's like, I'm not missing the mark on this one.
And then she fucking didn't.
So it wasn't like it wasn't about beating the guy that, physically beating the guy. It was like, I'm not missing the mark on this. If I get beat up, that's not missing the mark. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
in a way, she died for the sins.
She did.
And that's the hero's story.
Yeah.
And that's why you were able to forgive.
And that's why I have a different meaning of forgiveness right now. Like I'm able to say that my meaning of forgive is very different than what everybody else says.
Yeah.
Because it's not verbal. It was physical behind it.
Yeah.
Like I physically forgave my mom for her bravery.
And the word itself is kind of strange because it means you're actually giving something. So why does the person that took the chaos have to give something? It's for giving.
Yeah.
It's for giving. You're giving something. You're outputting something, even though you've already outputted hatred, right? Like if I mean, I don't even know how to word it in a way that like you already haven't experienced or said, but it's like if you're the one that dealt with all the consequences, why do you have to give something?
Yeah.
And like I'm just saying that's what it looks like on paper.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you did forgive.
Yeah. But like at the end of the day, like because that's just how like it's just explained. I forgave, but like really, 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 I shouldn't have to forgive.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because people, especially nowadays, they're like, well, I lost this. I need like even, not to go into the details because of secrecy, or not secrecy, but for discretion.
Discretion. Okay.
Thing that happened to your car, like, it's like that happened to me. Like, why should I have to pay for it? Like somebody else has to pay for that. Obviously there's like the details of like a monetary thing there, but like I'm just extracting the concept, to something that's beyond human emotion. It's like, that happened to me. Why do I have to pay? Or like,
Yeah.
well, somebody else has to pay this. And that's why forgiveness is so powerful, because it's like, you know what? You fucked up, but I'll pay. I'll pay it. And that's like what forgiveness is. And see, and this is why I struggle with it, because it's like I mean, I could be wrong, but like I feel like I understand the concept and the idea and the definitions and all the things that surround forgiveness, yet I have yet to be able to like truly forgive. And the closest thing I've gotten to it was, like following the forgiveness steps of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm saying all this because of like what you said and your story and your ability to like forgive in the moment. Somebody so close to you and so powerful. It's just like, it's amazing. It's amazing. Props to you, bro. Props to you. Seriously.
Took a lot. Like it. And again, like I didn't learn all this by myself. Like I used resources around me. I spoke to people. Like that's just really what it was. And like some of the things I'm saying, like it all happened in a specific order, and I may be saying it out of order, but it's like I'm pretty sure like we all can just come to the senses of it. It's like it came together. I can never like get it properly. Like I know I was within 18 years old when this happened. I know that I spoke to my girlfriend and she told me the only way to, get through it is to go through it. So then I consulted with my mom, and then that happened, and bam, like I just know it all happened in that order, but just I don't know the time frame.
Your girl's a real one for her.
Oh no,
That's
she's like, if it weren't for her, I wouldn't know what forgiveness was. you know?
Because it seems to me like that what she said there was the thing that, like, kind of moved you to the next step.
Yeah, she like
Speak to your mom.
it's like I was standing and she pushed me forward.
Yeah.
It's like, think about like before you knock on a door and you don't want to knock on the door and they push you in front of the door. Now you got to knock on the door. That's really what it was. I just needed that extra little push. And she did it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I have to take a leak, but it's also been almost like 2.5 hours. I don't know how you're feeling. Yeah, I mean, I guess to kind of close this out, I guess we could like quickly just run through like, because I remember one of the first things that we first started talking about when we first met, was it like you do kind of, I think it was like you do your own video projects or you work with other people doing video projects.
Yeah.
Like just kind of
I
elaborate on that.
I edit everybody else's videos because they suck at editing.
Oh, so you're the editor.
Yeah. I'm like, even on my Instagram, you'll see like content creator / video editor.
All right.
So I edit everybody's videos. And then like we have the streamer set up. So if anybody ever wanted to use it, they could. But we also kind of do stuff here and there. The entire apartment is like streamer.
I gotta pop by one time, bro.
Dude,
that shit
I
was...
I want you to.
Cause I want to get into this like flow of like I've always wanted to do vlogging.
Yeah.
Like, my life isn't interesting enough to do vlogging.
Here we go. It's not.
And in Connecticut, Connecticut is not conducive to like a vlogging lifestyle.
Yeah, but you make it that way.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Make it that way. You literally like you can vlog anything. You can go on a hike with your dog.
Yeah.
And just talk to the camera. Just talk as you're going off.
This is
as if it's up.
really stupid, but I have like pretty late stage, like not late stage. I was about to say like I have fucking cancer. I have asthma.
I thought you were gonna tell me you had cancer.
No, it's like because I caught it when I was a child, and it's like on its later stages now.
Yeah.
But it's I still feel very out of breath. So like I tried to do that. I tried to do something like that with him a while ago for like a summer. I got out of breath too much. I can't speak. I can't fucking speak. So I can hike, I can walk, I can do activities. I just can't speak while I'm doing it.
You could just give like an intro before you go up. Talk about it, where you are, what we're doing.
I did that. What was it? It was a multitude of things. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into it because it's like a whole nother thing. But like I like depression has been a very large part of my life, especially these past like 5 or 6 years. So it's kind of like it's just to like conjure up the energy to like even just go out is something else. Then to like film everything and then edit everything it's kind of like a hassle. Like even this, the what makes me so hype about the podcast is the fact that like I've run a system where like editing and shit like that is very simple, minimal, and quick.
Yeah.
And so it allows me to and it's within the comfort of my own home. So it's very simple and it's not like very energy out. It's not very resource exhaustive.
I can understand that.
And then plus the opposite side of that is whenever I go hike, I'm like, I love it so much. I'm like, I don't want to be filming. I just want to like,
you just want to enjoy the moment.
Like I did a whole trip to like Italy and I have very little footage of it because like, I just love enjoying the moment. Like that's just kind of the guy.
That's fair.
That I am. But aside from like the what I do like vlogging though is things like this. Like, I mean, I didn't vlog today, but like typically when I'm hanging out with, with the homies or whatever, like I'll turn on the camera and say, hey, this is what we're doing or whatever. But the thing is my homies live in New York, they're mad that way. So it's almost never happens. And so that's why I was like, you say, hey, you have that shit. So if if we were all like fucking blooming out, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, but that would be more conducive for blogging. But I don't want to make this about me. My question was more so like, what projects you got going on?
I mean, I do still have like a lot of edited videos I didn't post of when I was, because I used to work for a tree company. When I was, doing that stuff, I have it recorded. I could, post that stuff. But like, I don't think that's the route. I don't know what type of content route I want to go down for myself.
Yeah.
And I'm always so busy editing everybody else's stuff. I don't know what I want to do. So I don't know if I want to vlog like what I do for work or like vlog like fun stuff with the bros, vlog my daily life. Like everything, anybody's life could be interesting. Like you may think your life is not interesting, but somebody out there could be like, yo, I fucking like this guy. He's awesome. Like, I just want to listen to him talk. And they throw you on when they're on the way home from work, or when they're on the way to work, throw you on, talk to you, or listen to you talk. Everybody has like their own likes,
Yeah.
so I just don't know what I would do yet. So until I figure that out, I'll just keep editing videos. But like, I'm down to do more podcasts. I'm down to
Say that.
even transition from here to, our streamer room. We got cameras and a good setup there.
Say that. Yeah. I mean, I'm not like gonna move all of this anywhere specifically, but
Oh no, you can use our equipment to your liking.
which sounds fucking lit. I mean, and I'm usually pretty reciprocal. So like, if that's the case, like obviously people are more than welcome to use my stuff. Um, But yeah, no, I had to ask because I remember like that's one of the first things that like caught my attention because when I was talking to, like Jimmy and Rob and all that stuff at work, the whole reason I talked to those guys a lot, aside from them being cool, was they were into like music and like playing music. They're musicians. And
Yeah, Jimmy's musician.
Rob plays drums and Jimmy plays guitar.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to him like, bro, like, let's fucking start up a band or something. Not like the high school or college. Let's start up a band thing. It's like, no, let's jam out. Let's jam out. Let's
Yeah, like, let's
jazz the instruments. Let's do
how to do something. Yeah.
And so shit like that, I would love to vlog, but like, they're busy guys and whatnot, and
Yeah.
and a lot of my time, I'm also kind of like writing. So it's like it's just not really entertaining. It's entertaining for me, but yeah, no, again, I keep fucking making this about me. I was just like curious because, I mean, now that you've already said it that you've edited, other people. Do you have any other ideas of like what you might like to do for yourself, or
I've got
like
thousands of ideas. I don't ever let them out until like I make it happen.
Yeah. So does your girl have any input on what you should like?
She doesn't. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like the entire stream idea.
No.
No.
Now you say streaming, like you didn't mention that before. Like you're saying,
Or like the content creating idea.
yeah.
So she doesn't like the streaming, content creating. She doesn't like any of that. She's like more on like get a good stable job and work, and so you can't work anymore.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, all right, I like streaming.
Yeah. In fairness to you though, and to others like streamers and stuff like that, it's hard fucking work, bro. Like none of all of this I got to like enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like I got home from work and like I have to set up sound foam. Like tomorrow's episode, like after you leave and shit, I have to like still sit down, review the previous podcast that my boy was on, and like move on. Create talking points from what he's doing. I have to create bullet points. I have to like write down questions. Like this talk was more improvised.
Yeah.
Just because I could tell that that's what we can do.
Yeah.
But with him, he's driving an hour away from New York. Like he's taking a lot of time out of his day. He takes his streaming very serious. I want him to have content that he can share on his channel because I kind of get his vibe. I know what he's doing. I know what his workflow is. And so like to give respect to his work, I have to like take my time and it's not like I'm saying it as like, ugh, I have to do this shit for him. It's like, no, I'm not saying that in that way. I'm just saying like, it's hard work. Like I'd have to fucking, it's 1:22 in the morning right now.
Wow.
It's 1:30 in the morning. And after,
how long have we been running?
About 2 hours, I think. 2.5 hours.
35 on that video right there.
I could kind of see over here.
I looked at 1:30. Last time you told me to check, it was 1:30.
So we've been running this for almost 3 hours. It is 1:30 in the morning. After just so that the fucking camera knows. I'm so tired, I can barely remember my own fucking name. And so I have to stay up after this at least for 30 more minutes just to review what to talk about tomorrow. Because tomorrow I have errands to run. And so like point is like it's not, if you're serious about streaming, it's not light work. It's not like some sort of like woo, like video games.
You gotta put the work in.
Like you have to put the people that don't take streaming seriously and have like I don't want to say have fun, because like it is fun. Like I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. There's a different type of pizzazz that this has over like a 9 to 5 job or something like that. That like it almost like working on the lawns and shit like that is so much easier than this.
Yeah. You load your fertilizer, little bit of tucking,
Weed killer, and
get it tucking,
and that's it. But like this is it's very energy. Like I get home from work, I'm setting up audio, I'm doing my own, doing the regular shit, showering, eating, taking the dog out for a walk, like running. And then like after all that, setting up sound foam, cleaning the place up, again, doing mic. I didn't even finish doing the mic checks. Like I started doing that shit while you were here, setting up camera angles. And then after all this, after I record this episode and that episode tomorrow, then I have to edit these motherfuckers. It's like, they have to sit there fucking.
Moral of the story is it takes work. It takes dedication.
I know.
So if you're not dedicated to do it, don't do it.
But, yeah. I've been yapping on this like last part of the show for quite a bit, and I'm tired and shit like that.
You also have been. What are you trying to do?
He's got, and this is fucking Mr. Energy, bro. It's 1:30 in the morning. He's like, let's play.
Let's play right now. He's only had like 4 episodes of.
I don't know if you have any closing statements, anything you want to say or mention, any projects or shout out any of your Instagram pages or whatever, anything you want to give a shout out.
I won't do that because I want this to be your platform. Okay.
So, no. Oh, like that. I asked. I
know you told me, but I won't. However, I will say that one statement that I was like so like serious on. Don't act like somebody you're not.
Yeah.
Moral of the story. Don't act like somebody you're not. Be yourself.
Copy.
That's it. That's my closing statement. And that literally will sit with everybody.
It's gonna sit with me for quite a while.
I hope it sits with a lot of people who come across this video.
Nate, this has been fucking phenomenal. This has been really fun. I could have hit that. I'm tired. I could tell on your face that you're tired.
I'm tired, but I want to keep going. Yeah, keep going, because we'll keep going.
Because plus, like, as long as like I don't get kicked out or the house doesn't collapse, like we can run another episode literally whenever, bro.
Yeah, I'm down. This is
schedule shit, and like I want to output as many. I want to pump episodes out. I don't want to like just have different people on for the sake of different people. Like, no, I want different episodes. I want more talking points. I want more of the shit that like, you said, a lot of that stuff. I know even if it doesn't resonate with other people, it's going to resonate with me as it already has.
Yeah.
And so, Nate, bro, I really appreciate you hopping on. I really thank you. This in a way is supporting the show big time.
I like it.
It's 1:30 in the fucking morning, guys. This shit is.
And
he's out here basically like supporting the show. So, dude,
I like what you do. I like it. I want to be part of it. It's amazing. And your dog just likes that water.
Loves you, bro.
Public service announcement.
What I do.
This has been a public service announcement in cooperation with this station.